What's good, man? I just started. It just started now, man. Brad Pearson, what's happening? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I'm live right now. What's good? Good, man. What's good, Brown gone one? Yeah, I hope I didn't have that sitting out there too long. What's good? What's good, Sal? Melvin Jackson in the house. Yeah, Bomb Squad. Yeah, man. I think Deontay Wilder said he gonna make dude quit in this one that came out. Cool. All right, you guys can hear me. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. Ringe gang. Cool. We'll get it. Just let a couple more people. Hey, you guys hit the like button as you come in the door. Be much appreciated. Try to have about an hour conversation about this. Matthew Lewis says 334. The Gump in here, boy. What's the Gump 334? That's Erico Fanon. What's up? It's Corey Lee. What's good, man? Usyk pound for pound best Wilder. Good morning. Yeah, all right, Corey. I see you like your boy Usyk. I like it. I don't know about all that, but hey, man, Duke can fight for sure. So yeah, wow. Been listening to a lot of stuff going on with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn still trying to get everybody under his banner before the fight happens, man. So, whatever. But Deontay Wilder came out this morning. What's good, Joshua Alexander? Black Ham TV. We in the building. What up? What's good with you, man? Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to this fight. Hopefully this fight can happen. But I'm good, Joshua Alexander. If I didn't say what's up to you before, what's up, man? Cool. Hey, we got 31 people in the house. Hit the like button when you're in, so we know, kind of keep a tally, or the dislike button if you're one of the people that like to hit the dislike button as soon as you get in the door. I got a couple of those too. But yeah, Deontay Wilder said that he figures the way that he sees this fight going with Anthony Joshua is he said, look, first of all, the dude doesn't want to fight him because he knows that that he's going to lose. And then he said he went on to continue to say that he feels himself being able to hurt Anthony Joshua, and then when Anthony Joshua's stamina goes away, that's when he's going to step up the pressure on him, and he sees Anthony Joshua getting the towel thrown in or quitting. So, like, yeah, man, that talk should make a fight happen. Where Anthony Joshua might want to prove himself, but more than likely it's going to keep the fight even further. Might even put it further from happening, because in the back of some of these cats' minds, I think they believe that's the truth. Christopher Benson, what's good, man? Christopher Benson, much love, bro. Do your thing. Hey, I appreciate it, man. We trying to get a little better. Try to add some dimensions to the channel. The Dapper Don Dada, what's happening, my man? What's good, man? Hey, gal, hit the like button as you come in. We got 16 likes, 40 people in the house. Cornelius Littlejohn, what's happening? Fanana Don, what's going on? Hey, man, I'm just trying to talk about this boxing this morning. Got a good, got a little work done earlier. Put up, actually did a video, got a chance to get some work done and do a video on Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. Yeah, look at Wrench Jam. That's what a pound bop. Matthew Lewis, Wild is my dog, but AJ has slimmed up, bro. Hey, well, I've seen that. I saw I slimmed down a little bit, trying to come in a little quicker. Maybe, try to handle some of that, the stamina issue that he apparently has. Sal Gutierrez, for now, why are people impatient? Joshua's going to fight him as soon as he gets his body ready. He's losing a lot of muscle. People are impatient because they want to see the fight. They want to see the fight. And there's a lot of talk similar to the situation where you have Keith Thurman. If you're talking like you really want it, then it can, then people might be a little more impatient, a little less impatient or more patient. But when you're talking like you don't want it, when you're talking like, who has he fought? He's not exciting. People don't know him. He doesn't look good. All that stuff. It makes you believe that, you guys really don't want to make that happen, man. Makes it feel like it doesn't want to happen. And when people feel like there's no timetable, like we don't know when and if it's going to happen, then people, start talking on them on this take the approach that it's not gonna happen. So since we don't know if it's gonna happen, we're gonna talk about, hey man, it needs to happen. And that's how I take it, man. What's going on, DOG 215? Yeah, Don Banks, yo, for now, what's good? Hit the button. Yeah, hit the button. We got 24, 44 in the house. Sal, that's no excuse not to unify, homie. That's us. Hey, what's going on, Sanctus to Core? Kai Harrison, welcome to the channel. Kai Harrison. Enjoy your channel, Fanon. It's mature audiences, and yeah, that's how we do it, man. We try to, hey, man, it's for mature. No nonsense. No nonsense on the heckling and all that. Good arguments we can go with, man. We can go back and forth with, but all the name calling and all that. That's kind of, that's for the birds. Mac J, his weight is all over the place. Not good. I smell an L coming. Mac J, are you talking about Deontay? Are you talking about Anthony Joshua moving up and down, or are you talking about Mikey Garcia moving up and down in weight? Because that could apply to both of those. Danny Garcia, I think he needs to. I don't like that, but he looked puffy in that fight against Sergey Lipinets. So I don't know. Damian King, what up for 9? What's good with you, man? And Joshua Alexander says, I hope they make the fight this year. I would love to see it, man. Shared the live stream, Boxing Live. That's what's up. I don't know. Can you share live stream? That's what's up. Sanctus to Core for 9. What's up for 9? What's good, Sanctus? Matthew Lewis, Wilder should go to Errol Spence and go to the UK and take AJ Straps. Yeah, I don't think that would be an issue, man. I think that he would go do that. But the question is whether or not Eddie Hearn would take him if he went there. I know he offered Dillian White, a fight with Dillian White, right? Which is not only a delay tactic, it's number one, a delay tactic. It's a money-making delay tactic. And it's a chance to try to get your dude beat up, knocked off. Now he's talking about if he signed, if Wilder signs with him, that would make the fight easier. But we saw what would happen when Luis Ortiz signed with him. Luis Ortiz signed with him and, wind up getting the screws put to him. You know what I mean? So really, I think Wilder needs to stay right, just stay pat, keep on fighting, knock out the guys that are in front of you. He just got Ortiz out of the way, so I don't know who else there is. Don't go fight Povetkin. Let another cat that got popped up there get a shot. Fight the guys in front of you, stay busy, and eventually these guys are going to have to make it happen. Richard Lewis, for 9, love the channel, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Richard Lewis. I'm glad you like the channel, man. Hit the like button or the dislike button for the other people, man. But I appreciate what you saying there, Richard. Sanctions to Core. Saul went from weight to money. Make up your mind. Oh, okay. You guys are going back and forth. Sanctus. Okay, that's not me. What up, OG? What's good, Carl Burrell? What's happening with you, man? AJ working the least resistance since Vlad, bro. Yeah, well, he's only had 2 fights now. He's only defended the title 1 time. So, really, to try to take it and go in a little bit of defense of Anthony Joshua. He won the title in July. I think in the middle of July, beginning of July. And then he defended 1 time against Carl Stakam. And now in the 3rd one, he's trying to unify with Joseph Parker. So, he hasn't, it's not been a lot of time that he's had, even though it seems like this dude's been champion for 10 years. With all this stuff going on, he's not really been there that long. He's really not been, he's not been the unified champion that long. What has it been? 6 months? Yeah, 6 or 7 months. So it's not even been a year yet. However, like I said, it's similar to what goes on with Keith Thurman and, needing to hear them talk about them wanting to fight. Now, this has been back-to-back months, though. The one thing that I do like about this, the way that the fights have been set up, is this is the 2nd time where Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua have both fought in the same month, right? I think the first one might have been in November where Anthony Joshua fought Deontay Wilder fought Bermane Stiverne first, and then maybe a week or 2 weeks later, Anthony Joshua fought Carl Stakam. And I think Deontay Wilder clearly looked more impressive against Stiverne than Anthony Joshua looked against Takam. Did I say it wrong? Yeah, Wilder looked more impressive against Bermain Stavern than Joshua looked against Takam. Because dude got Takam out of it. I mean, got Bermain Stavern out of there real quick. And honestly, man, I think if they hadn't stopped that fight against Anthony Joshua, that would have went the distance. So now we got another one where we have Deontay Wilder having had a spectacular battle against Luis Ortiz, who I think is a better fighter than Joseph Parker. And we'll see in a couple weeks. I think that is what, March. Should look at it. I think it's March 31st. It's the end of this month, I do believe. That I know it's for sure in this month, but let me just check out in the schedule, see when it is that that Joseph Parker and it's on March 30. Yeah, March 31st on Showtime. That's going to be in the afternoon, so that's going to be fun to watch in the afternoon. Probably definitely do a live stream for that one while that's popping. But Anthony Joshua, so that'll be that's why I like about how they've been fighting. You know what I mean? But hopefully, man, we can get this stuff out of the way. If this goes on, 2 more fights and it's just out of hand. Don Banks, maybe he can get some Combuterol. That's funny. Hearn trying to make Joshua Alexander was. Dog. Yeah, that's Sal Gutierrez. For now, we waited 5 years for Mayweather versus Manny. If they want, we will wait again. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, people will wait because we're boxing fans, so we're gonna watch boxing matches as they come up. However, I'm gonna tell you this: that's the heavyweight division, man, and you flirting with some craziness if you let that go that far, because neither one of these guys, Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder, are as big, and that fight's nowhere near as anticipated as Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather was. Not at this point. And honestly, man, until this fight happens, neither one of them will be in a fight that's as big as Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. So, more than likely 5 years, one of these dudes going to lose. You got to be careful with that. The heavyweight division, it's not like you got a whole bunch of people moving up. It's not like they can move up weight divisions, to avoid the fight and all that stuff. So, man, people will wait, but I mean, just because it's happened before doesn't mean that's a good thing. I think it's a terrible thing. Oh, Pavkin is there too. Yeah, but he's a roid fiend, man. That dude is straight roided. I think it's a shame if that dude even gets a shot, to tell you the truth. Let me see. Sanctus score. AJ working the least. Okay, I got to that. Cool. We got 68 people in the house. Hit the like button as you come in. Slowly but surely building it up. That's all the good. Kai Harrison. Mikey is very skilled. No doubt he could beat most welterweights, but not elite welterweight Keith Thurman, Spence, Porter. Too big, too strong. Well, I'll tell you, man. I think that the problem isn't necessarily just in his size. I think that that was a better fight last night than some people are speaking of. When I was watching the fight, and I mean, I was actually had a live stream during the fight. By the way, if you guys haven't hit the subscribe and the icon, do that, because I'm going to start doing more of those where I do a live stream during the fight. Also, because one, it's fun to do and good to have good conversations during the fight. Also, there's so many live streams going on before and after that, I think that it'd be fun to just have one where you can have your computer up and watch the fight with me. Yeah, man, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. The problem for that was that Sergey Lipinets, to me, man, he hit Mikey Garcia a lot. And Mikey Garcia, and I don't think that Sergey Lipinets is 13-0. He's not that experienced. I think he's a good athlete. He didn't seem like he hit very hard. And he was able to connect right through the guard on Mikey Garcia. Now, Mikey Garcia has really good foot movement and good footwork, but his head movement isn't all that, man. I mean, it stayed right down the middle, a lot. So I think if he gets in there with the guy, number one, I don't think he's going to get any bigger than he is at 100 when he's fighting at 140. And so the question for me is whether or not when you have those bigger guys that see he can get hit with the jab, who are longer, right, than he is, who are taller than he is, whether he's going to be able to handle that or not. So yeah, he's definitely very, very skilled. But I did think, I mean, he got hit with check left hooks. He got hit to the body a good amount with jabs to the body, hooks to the body. And, you know, Mikey walked out of there a little bit, you know, he walked up out of there scuffed up. Now, while I don't think he was in any danger of losing that fight, you know, I just wonder what the I wonder really what the skill level of Sergey Lipinets, you know, is. You know what I mean? So that's a big, but I'll tell you for sure, that's a gigantic step up to get in there, even with a Danny Garcia. That's a big step up from Sergey Lipinets to Danny Garcia. And it's a big, I think it's a big step up from Sergey Lipinets to Lamont Peterson. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But he's definitely very, very skilled, man. Black Ham TV, what's good, man? Fanon, I got to get on one of these live chats, homie. Yeah, for sure, Doug. We can make it happen. What time? Yeah, email me. We can make it happen. Yeah, hit me on your email, man, because that's how I can send you an invite. So the next one I do, which probably might be tonight, actually. Let me do this. This is my email, man. Email your email so that way I know when we want to do it that I can link you in, man. Sorry for the delay. I'm typing. Yeah, Black Hand, man, we can make it hot. There you go. Shoot me your email, man, and I can send you a link on the next one for sure. Hey, man, Ronald Finkel, man, thank you for the super chat, man. Much respect. Appreciate you, man. We'll go to the cause for sure. Dr. Blick, what's good, my man? How are you feeling this morning, man? What time is it out there in the UK? You must be about coming home from work, right? It's about, is it 6 o'clock out there? 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock out there? Yeah, we got 2 weeks away, man. That's what's up. Hey, Mashawn McClarty, man, thank you for the super chat. He said, just stopping in with the cup and a little support, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for throwing it in the hat. Throwing it in the hat is something cool, man. Appreciate it. Go to the cause. Definitely love how you cats come in and consistently support, man. That's a blessing, man. Sanctus Secor Owens, that's true. Okay, that's not me. Yeah, let's see what else is going on up in here, man. Once again, man, thank you for the super chats. Damn, I hate that I got this new screen and I can't read them out as I see them. Let me go to the back and go forward. There's a bunch of questions. Fanon, I think Parker has a 60-40 chance of winning. Yeah, that's fair enough. I say 70-30, but the problem is he's going to need a knockout, homie. He's going to need a knockout in UK. I know them dudes ain't stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? I know they ain't stupid. They know they're gonna have. He's gonna need a knockout to win, man. I'm not gonna say that I know for sure cats are crooked or whatever, but you know, hey man, I'll tell you what. Judging from the Carlos Takam fight, he better not get hit 3 times in a row. They might stop the fight as soon as no knockdowns, 3 hard punches in a row. They stop the fight. See, that's the reason why, man. That's one reason for sure, dude. I think Deontay might not want to go over there, but Deontay's talking about trying to knock dude out. Eric Stinson, man, keep up and you keep me entertained while I'm driving mail. That's what's up. All right, man, you do that. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I'm good to know. That's honestly, man, Eric. That's why. That's a dynamic of the people in the channel, man, and I'm looking forward to. Cats who want to listen to things, you know, that aren't, you know, more than 2 or 3 minutes long, man. So that's good to know, man. Because every time I get a video, I don't know if I've told you this, but I'll go back to the comment section in a second. Every time, you know, I take the criticisms and critiques of people that listen to the channel very seriously. And so, but whenever I get a video, I think I got like that Pacquiao video, might have done like 30,000 views or something like that. Every time I do that, man, inevitably I get somebody that says, I really love your content, Fanon, but can you cut it down to 5 to 7 minutes? And I want to be, and every time I'm like, no, I cannot. Cut it down to 5 to 7 minutes, man. This channel, when you have a channel, you got to figure out who your target audience is and stick with it and make content for them. And this channel, the content is for people who are pretty much 30 years old, 30 and older, and people that want to hear boxing discussions and not, you know, longer than tidbits, right? And every time I do a video, and just personally, when I did 5 to 7 minute videos, 10-minute videos, you just get a lot of people that watch those fights, man. It's like quality over quantity for me in the people that watch the channel. You know what I mean? Because you could do videos and have like 100. If you got 100, 200, 300,000 subscribers, if you don't carefully cultivate your audience, then you can wind up with a bunch of people, man, and make you miserable in the end. And that's why I think some of these channels aren't around anymore, because they cater to crowds that that don't like the LDBC, right, or don't like blood boxing, or don't love boxing ego, don't like Dante's Boxing Nation, and they really just want they want to criticize him a lot. And there's channels that cater to that. But when you cater to that, man, you're bringing in a whole crew of people that you're really not going to want to have discussions with on a regular basis, and they can wind up adding misery to your day. So the reason that I do that, and I'll get back on the subject of boxing, man, that's why I really like to have very mature subscribers and very mature people with long attention spans who you can treat with each other with respect, because it makes it fun for the people that talk to one another. And honestly, man, it makes it a lot more fun for me, because I have people correct me every day, about, you made this mistake. I think I did fucked up some math the other day. And I said, the 4 belts, 4 belts, that's 20% of each belt. And it's obviously 25. So, that was a correction. Or if I say that Floyd Mayweather never missed weight, right? I got a bunch of cats were like, Fanon, he missed weight when he fought Juan Manuel Marquez and he had to pay that fee. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So, there's a bunch of cats. That's why I want Black Cam TV on the channel, so you guys can hear him talking, man. But at the same time, man, it's much easier to talk with people that know about boxing if it can be a polite conversation, Hey, Raymond Murphy says, I'm enjoying your channel here in Kuwait, native of Far Rockaway, New York. That's what's up, man. Are you in the service? Is that why you in Kuwait? Raymond Murphy? Hey, man, shout out to you, man. If that's the case, man, keep it safe out there, man. What up, heavy hitter? That's what's up. Oh, man, St. Cruz said, better this way. We all learn with these quality chats. I appreciate that, man. Dr. Blick, Fanon, if Wilder beats AJ, how big of an upset do you think it is? Nothing. I don't think it's an upset at all. If Wilder beats AJ, I don't think it's an upset at all. At this point in time, dude, I think if AJ beats Wilder, it's an upset. That's what I think. I think it's a 60. Right now, the way I see it, looking at him, I think it's a 55-45 fight in the favor of Deontay Wilder. Now, rephrasing your question, I think if Wilder beats AJ, how upset will people in the UK be? Hey, man, I think they'll be okay with it, man, and want a rematch. You know what I mean? that's what I say. But I don't think it's an upset at all. I think Wilder just beat somebody that I think is a more difficult guy to beat in Luis Ortiz. Once Wilder beat Luis Ortiz like he beat Luis Ortiz, to me, Wilder versus AJ stopped being a 50-50 fight. It's a 55-45, might be 60-40. I think Anthony Joshua is going to have a lot of time, a very, very hard time with Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua doesn't have a lot of head movement. He's not a southpaw like Luis Ortiz. I think he's a very bright guy, man, and it'll be a good fight. But I think Anthony Joshua, if you put all that other stuff to the side, if Anthony Joshua beats Deontay Wilder, that will be the upset. Because Anthony Joshua's 20-0. Right? 20-0, 20 KOs. Deontay Wilder's got twice as many fights. At this point in time, he's fought the better competition when you bring in Luis Ortiz. And I know that the bigger name is there for Anthony Joshua. But the truth of the matter is that Vladimir Klitschko had already been knocked out several times. He also was coming off of a loss in a 2-year layoff. And he was over 40. He was 41 years old. So, I think that the undefeated knockout artist in Luis Ortiz, southpaw counterpuncher, is the better win, right? And now you put the better win on top of 47 title defenses, right? I think that's the more accomplished resume. Although I'm not going to say 100%, I think Anthony Joshua can't win the fight, but that's how I take it, man. It flew real quick. We got 96 people in the house, 56 like, man. Hit the like button, man. Man, Prince, hey, what's going on, Prince O'Meal Hawkins from Zamunda? What's good? He says, bomb squad. Oh, RIP AJ. No, he's 40-0 with 7 title defenses. I didn't say that, man. My words might have mixed up the score. If it did, that's not what I meant. 40-0 with 7 title defenses. Yeah, this comment section is awesome. It's always a pleasure listening to your live streams, man. I appreciate that, man. Antonio McCray. Yeah, man, we got the mod squad in this joint, man, keeping it clean, man. St. Cruz says Ortiz would have beaten Klitschko. Yeah, I think he would have too. That's a really tough fight, man. Trying to tell you. Crucial YGN, what's happening, man? Will Magic, man, what's good? It's all good here, man. It definitely. I hope all is well with you also. Let me back up here, man. Let me get a sip of water. Forgive me. Romeo Harris says, how do you get a wrench? I think, man, usually it's when I see a bunch of cats up in here, man. If you act like you got sense, you get a wrench. And you get a wrench. Act like you got sense, my man. Hey, man. Oh, yeah, I've seen Romeo Harris before. Wilder took a huge chance. Oh, Big Larry for sure, dog. Absolutely. Money man, Fanon, do you think AJ versus what do you want? AJ versus Miller? No, I don't want AJ versus Miller, man. No, I don't want Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Miller. Not at all. I don't want to see it. I want to see if Anthony Joshua is going to fight somebody in the United States. I want to see Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Let's get it popping. Jarrell Miller can fight Dillian White, or he can fight whoever else he wants, man. I want to see the top of it. I'll even take Jarrell Miller versus Tyson Fury. When Tyson Fury figures out when he's fighting, how many title defenses does AJ have? 1. He's got 1 title defense. Oh, it says 1/2. He's got 1. Hey, Jesse Vargas says, hello, Fanon. Excellent boxing channel. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, man. Dr. Blick, Fanon, do you think AJ can fix his stamina problems? Yeah, absolutely, man. Get on the road and run. You know what I mean? I hopefully he can do it without having any type of chemical enhancement to do it. But, when you 6'6", 270 pounds, man, you got to lug that around. That's not hard, man. I mean, that's not easy. So I think he would have less stamina issues if he was carrying less weight. You got to, that body weight, the strength and all the power and all that stuff, it comes with size. There's an advantage to being a big guy. But, carrying around all that weight while you're throwing punches and taking punches is difficult, So I think he needs to be a little more lean. And yeah, but put in the road work, man. Put in the road work and work on it. Oh, Martin Carson said, are you an amateur boxer yourself? No, sirree. I am a boxing fan. I am not an amateur boxer. You all are not punching me in the head no time soon, dog. If you count IBF title, I should count IBF title defenses. Excuse me. Good point. Thank you. You're correct. I think that means he's got 3. But I'll check it out. Thank you, though, man. I appreciate that. You're right. Because IBF is a title. That counts, without a doubt. So let me see. Because I think he might only defended that. Did he defend it once or twice? So maybe 3 then? Oh, no, he's got more than that. Yeah, good point. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 4 title defenses of the IBF. Oh, no. He doesn't. He has 1. Yeah, he does. He's got 4 title defenses of the IBF. Yep, 4 title defenses. Thank you for that correction. Yeah, that's 4. Yeah, he's got 4. Hey, respect, man. Thank you for checking me out. Thanks for the correction. You're correct. Now, the problem with that is, though, don't let you think I'm going to let it slip. That's a vacant time. That belt is Tyson Fury's belts. So the guy that had it got stripped. So really, I'm yet to really say that dude is. Hey, man, those are Tyson Fury's belts, man. Until he beats Tyson Fury, he really hasn't won those belts. Strictly boxing purist style. So there's a little bit of a caveat on that. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's got 4. It was Charles Martin's, but Charles Martin won it because Tyson Fury was stripped. Tyson Fury owned the IBF, the WBO, and the WBA belts, and he won that off of Vladimir Klitschko. Who's my top 3 pound for pound? Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Mikey Garcia. Sup, Revco? Damn, we still got to hit you up, dog. Yeah, so that's what it is, man. That's the thing. That's the thing with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's got to get those. He's got business to handle with Tyson Fury. Now, if Tyson Fury was all the way together, you know, then I would say, hey, man, you know, get in there with Tyson Fury. I don't think there'd be a problem with that. No Lomachenko in my top 3? No, I do not have him in my top 3. I have Mikey Garcia in my top 3. Because Mikey Garcia, I got Mikey Garcia in my top 3. And that's just, hey man, that just happened this weekend because he holds 2 belts, because he has 2 belts simultaneously, and he's won belts in 4 divisions. And hey man, that dude can fight. Still got questions, and he's got 40 fucking fights. He's got 37 fights. So that's why I got Mikey over Lomachenko. Say it, Mikey. Say it for now. Paper champion. That's what a paper champion is, though. Really, and you know, no insult there. Martin Carlson says Lomachenko is number 1. Number 1 what, man? Why would he be number 1? Why is Lomachenko pound for pound number 1? I don't see it. He wasn't number 1. He wasn't number 1 when Chocolatito was there, and he ain't really done anything since Chocolatito got beat, but beat 2 guys underneath his weight class. How do you get pound for pound number 1 fighting 2 guys in a row that are smaller than you? And a guy that's a pedestrian in Jason Sosa. The level of competition isn't there, man. I mean, there's no reasonable argument for Vasily Lomachenko to be pound for pound number 1. He makes an undefeated 2-time Olympian chop. Yeah, put the rest in there. He made a 2-time Olympian who was 2 weight classes below him, who had never fought at the weight below that. You don't get credit for that, man. You don't get credit. And Vasily Lomachenko knows he doesn't get credit for that, man. And he lost to Orlando Salido. I mean, it just doesn't work. You can't say a dude. So let me get this right. Let's use the same. I've done this before. I'll do it again. Let's use the same standard for somebody else. What the fuck you mean? I don't give a shit who he didn't humiliate him. The dude quit. Dude said he got a broken hand and he quit. Whatever. Still, who cares? Let me tell you this. Do you think that you take Terrence Crawford, who is the number 1 pound for pound dude. You take Terrence Crawford at 147 and you move him up. He's 147. You move up to Gennady Golovkin, and Gennady Golovkin makes Terrence Crawford quit. That makes him number 1 pound for pound because he beat a guy 2 weight classes below him who fought 2 rounds in 2 years. Get out of here. He was a 10-1 favorite. That's a 10-1 favorite, dude. I don't care if he's Cuban. I don't care if he's Spanish. I don't care what he is. But Guillermo Rigondeaux is a 122 pounder. He fights at 122 pounds. He could make 118 pounds. Vasily Lomachenko is 2 weight classes above him. Vasily Lomachenko could fight at lightweight. He had a huge size advantage, and he's a good fighter. It ain't like he beat up Guillermo Rigondeaux. It ain't like he knocked Guillermo Rigondeaux down. Guillermo Rigondeaux hurt his hand, and Guillermo Rigondeaux couldn't win the fight, and Guillermo Rigondeaux decided to not continue, decided to quit the fight. What the fuck how does that miraculously make this dude somebody who's a 130 pounder, dog? I mean, let's just be real about it. Man, look, the reason I say Cuban is because Cubans have long traditions of developing technical boxers. I don't care. He's 2 weight classes below him. Are you going to give Terrence Crawford? Just let's extend it. Take Guillermo Rigondeaux and have him fight Errol Spence. Are you going to give him credit because the 122-pounder fighting a 147-pounder is technically good? Man, exactly. King Damien Lomachenko knows he doesn't deserve credit for that, man. It was a mismatch. It wound up being a mismatch. It was a mismatch where he fought somebody that was very, very good. But still, it's 2 weight class, and it's not even like whether or not Lomachenko had to be a good fighter to beat Guillermo Rigondeaux. That's something different. If you said, well, if I was saying that, Vasily Lomachenko is not a good boxer, he's not good, and he didn't do anything beating Guillermo Rigondeaux, that's different. That's different than saying, look, I don't give a fuck, Hop. Who cares? He embarrassed Lomachenko pillar to post. He's 2 weight class, and he didn't embarrass him pillar to post. That fight was not that. It was not some gigantic blowout. He never hurt Guillermo Rigondeaux. He wasn't beating Guillermo. He was winning the rounds. He's winning the fight. It's you acting like the dude he got up off the ground 6-7 times. He never knocked the dude down, dog. Never. However, he's 2 weight classes below him. 2 weight classes below him. How do you get pound for pound? That's what pound for pound means. If you want to be a pound per pound comparison, you got to see what he did against bigger guys. I don't give a shit if he demoralized Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo Rigondeaux's 2 weight classes below him. Errol Spence will. Dude, what do you think Errol Spence is going to do with Lomachenko? Let me ask that question, Martin. Just for the hell of it. What's Lomachenko going to do against Errol Spence Jr.? That's the question I have for you. I appreciate the debate. It's respectful. I appreciate what you're saying. No, don't block him. No, it's good stuff, man. He's being respectful. He's not being disrespectful. It's all good. But I'm asking him a question, and I'll wait for the response. What kind of credit would Errol Spence Jr. deserve for beating Vasily Lomachenko? Should he be number 1 pound for pound if he beat him? No, your logic doesn't apply. I'm asking you a question. Don't go run off to something else I didn't say. If you're talking to me, you might be talking to somebody else. But I'm asking Martin Carlson a specific question. I'm just asking. What kind of credit and I'm waiting for it. Well, hey, thanks, Corley Bison. What kind of credit does Errol Spence Jr. get for beating Lomachenko? And I'll wait for the answer. Because we know the answer. None. Respect your question. That's not it's a silly question. It's a real question. What kind of credit does Errol Spence Jr. get for beating Vasily Lomachenko? Exactly. Everybody else knows the answer to that question. None. None. He gets no credit for that. You think he's going to get... Vasily Lomachenko's number 1 pound for pound, right? Errol Spence is number 10. What kind of credit does he get? I'm waiting on the answer. And this is a respectful conversation. You know the answer. None. He would get none. He would get no respect for that. And the silence continues. Because you know that's not real. He gets nothing. And the same thing applies for Vasily Lomachenko. He gets no credit for that. The only person that would have gotten credit for that, Martin Carlson, do not ask other people questions, man. I'm waiting on you, dude. I'm waiting. What is Gary Russell Jr.? Gary Russell Jr. is nowhere in the top 20 pound for pound fighters in the world. And Vasyl Lomachenko beat Gary Russell. But do not go around the question. The question is, what type of credit would Errol Spence Jr. get for beating? Nah, you're running, Martin. Thanks for the conversation, Holmes. I know that I'm not that far delayed. Just be honest. Be honest. Just be honest and say none. Otherwise, come on, man. You know what's up. He would get none. No credit. Because unless you want to say, now let's switch to the other way. What kind of credit would Vasyl Lomachenko get for beating Errol Spence Jr.? Right? He'd be number one pound for pound. He would get a lot of credit. Are you talking about Errol? Oh, you're lying. If you're talking about, oh, I hope you say he would get a lot of credit with, no, you had to be because this is delayed. You're saying he would get a lot of credit. You're lying. You're lying. Or you don't know, or honestly, man, and I rarely say this, you're a casual boxing fan, sir, because nobody in the world would that. No way. You don't know boxing, dude. Sorry. Hey, thanks. It was talking to you. It was good talking to you, Martin. You don't know what you're talking about, man. That's ridiculous. You're not a troll. You just don't know very much about boxing. Because first of all, they might not even sanction that. No, he's serious. This dude's serious, but he doesn't want to admit it when you see Skype. Now, I'm not Skyping you, dude. Why would I Skype you? You're not worth talking to. You just said that Vasyl Lomachenko that Errol Spence Jr. would get credit for beating Vasyl Lomachenko. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to waste people's. I do talk to people on the channel, but there are people that are being serious. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous, man. I mean, it's fun listening to it, but that's ridiculous. And at a certain point in time, dog, you can't make an argument that 2 + 2 is 7. If you say 2 + 2 is 7, then there's no reason to have conversations with you. Because you just aren't. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I got to tell you, I'm enjoying this because I rarely do it. But I love seeing it. It's a good vision into the mind of somebody that is buying into hype. Vasyl Lomachenko first of all, I should ask you, let me ask you a question. What do you think would happen? I'm going to have fun with you, Martin. What do you think would happen if Errol Spence Jr. fought Vasily Lomachenko? Who wins? It's hypothetical regardless. It doesn't address why Lomachenko would or would not be pound for pound number 1. Because he didn't fight anybody in his weight class this year. He's never fought anybody bigger than him. And he's lost to Orlando Salido, who's a fucking journeyman. That's why. Because he lost to Orlando Salido, he's 10-1, and he's never fought anybody bigger than him. So you can't even make a comparison about what he would do if somebody was bigger than him. Fanon falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Come on, man. Tell me who would win between this. I just want to know, because seriously, Martin, and I'm going to finish with you. Thank you for the conversation, though. Question: who wins, Vasyl Lomachenko or Terrence Crawford in a fight? It's on you, Martin. Just give me a name. Come on, man. Give me a name. Give me a name, dog. Give me a name. This is fun, Martin. I'm happy you in the channel. I don't know. You don't know? You don't know? Hey, dog. It's been one. You don't know? You don't know? Kevin Drummond, Lomachenko wins. All right, let's one up the foolishness. Who wins? Hey, seriously, this is funny, dude. Who wins, Vasyl Lomachenko or Errol Spence Jr.? It's on you, Martin. Hey, it is a free stand for me to take. It's my fucking channel, dude. That's how it works, homie. Get a channel, dog. What do you want me to say? I'm just letting you stay on. I'm asking questions. You're giving answers. I haven't chastised you. I haven't called you any names. Hey, man, I don't know what I can do, dog, but you got to seriously, man, you got to earn your way on a conversation. But for real, man, Martin, I swear it's going to be my last question for you, dog. Who wins? Canelo Alvarez or Vasyl Lomachenko? Dog, come on, man. Oh, seriously, though, man, not the Canelo Alvarez, man, for real. Okay, just a couple more seconds. Sal. You got to let me have a little fun, dog. But seriously, who wins, man? Martin, now look, if you were a good argument, you would just go ahead and admit Errol Spence Jr. There's no way Lomachenko is going to make it out against Errol Spence Jr., dog. Oh, and Canelo kills him. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, all of these are obvious. Terrence Crawford is ridiculous. I mean, Terrence Crawford? You think that dude could beat Terrence Crawford? All right, man. Hey, Martin, it was fun, homie. Back to boxing. Oh, my God. That's hilarious, man. See, that's when you know. That's when you know, dog. That's when you know, dog, somebody's tripping, homie. Hey, Martin, let me ask you a question. Who you got? Deontay Wilder or Vasily Lomachenko? Split decision. Split decision, Lomachenko. Come on, man. B&B Bison. Loma by tickling knockout on the way out, feather fist. Come on, man. He ain't knocked out anybody at 126. Come on, man. He ain't knocked out anybody, dude. He ain't knocked anybody out at 126, at 130. He got no ability. He's not getting out of there, dog, against. But I would love it, dog. I would love it. I got to tell you, I love it. Dog, that's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. Oh, maybe not. But the main point is, to what extent does that thought experience answer why am I not Lomachenko? I already told you why he isn't, man. You keep jumping. I'm going to answer this again for you. Because Vasyl Lomachenko has never beaten anybody bigger than him. He's got one loss to a journeyman, and he hasn't fought in his own. He's only fought one guy who's actually in his own weight class. You cannot get a pound for pound number one fighting guys that are smaller than you. Similarly, you don't get Sergey Kovalev, if he was fighting middleweights that moved up to 168 pounders that moved up to 175, he wouldn't get credit for that, for being pound for pound. Come on, man. And Sal Gutierrez just times you out, homie. Come on, man. This is not the channel for that foolishness, homie, but we did allow a lot of time for that. I did. It was fun. But seriously, man, you need to, I think you need to up your, oops, you good, dog. You dog. Seriously, Martin, you need to up it, man. You need to get away from Dougie Fisher. You need to get away from ESPN. You need to get away from those type of cats, man. First of all, number one pound for pound is strictly hypothetical, so you can use whatever argument you want. I don't have him in mind because Terrence Crawford won titles at 135. He won everything at 140. He moved up in weight class to do it. Oh, my God. The Cali Enigma says, and Lomachenko lost to an actual Uber driver. He lost to Orlando Salido, dog. Oh, of course, this dude is looking at skin color, not facts. I don't know what he's looking at, man. But I know, dog, that's hilarious. But hey, man, shout out to Cali Enigma. I really appreciate it in the super chat. Thank you, sir, man. You always rep. Check out Cali Enigma's channel, though. That brother's smart, man. Very smart young man. And I know I listened to your voice. I saw you, dude, so I can call you young man, dog. But hey, man, appreciate the super chat, man. LJ202, we got to hold off on your wrench, my man. I haven't seen you for a while, man. I got to check it. I give out wrenches freely, but I got to make sure that I've seen you in the super chat. I mean, I've seen you in the chat and I've seen you talk with people and be respectful and all that, man. But hey, man, the more I see you, hit the button, hit all that, man, and you can make the wrench game. But I got to make sure that I've seen you and then I know for sure that, you're going to be real with it, man, because I don't want somebody catching on to I don't need any, there's to be somebody more than happy to get in there and start causing drama. You know, you got to prove that you're not the dude from Taiwan, dog. Yeah, it's cool, but 202 LG. Man, hit the C-Stars get the wrench. See, this is easy because I know C-Stars being here on the regular, man. Yeah, C-Stars gets the wrench. You got the wrench. Oh, Ref Code, the wrench gang. You've been welcome to the wrench gang. Oh, it's cats who come to the channel on a regular basis, man, who know how to act like they got sense and be respectful. And if somebody's in there like trolling in the channel, then you get to time them out. You get to time them out. You get to bop them on the head. Period, dog. Oh, Curtis Ann said, I need a wrench. Oh, without a doubt, homie. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, Curtis Anderson is seriously here. Yeah, that's how I treat a dude over here. Because you just got to act like you got sense, be around, you know, hit the bell icon. So when you come to the chat that you're there and you can roll, man, we keep it right. Fanon, this made my Monday. That's what's up. I'm glad you like it, man. Oh, man, do we got any more of that? That was fun. Seriously, I don't really even do that, Martin. But, man, really, dog, that was hilarious, man. That was funny, dog. It's easy. Bud stops Lomachenko. It's not, that fight wouldn't even happen, man. That would be a bully beat up. And see, here's the thing. Lomachenko loses to Mikey and Crawford. Fanon, that's my Welsh Rogers. Hey, Fanon, do you think us public will pay pay-per-view for Joshua Wilder? I mean, I think you will. Yeah, I think some of them will. Yeah, I think so. I would be willing to pay for that. If I had to pay for it, I'd pay for it. And I'm a supporter of Wilder, so I put that change in Wilder's pocket. You know what I mean? It's definitely going to be paid for over in the UK. You know what I mean? Crucial facts, fam. Yeah, dude, Martin, you tripping though, man. Hey, look, man, you can't do that, man. You can't step on with people. See, here's the thing about this live stream, this super chat, this live stream, excuse me, I keep saying super chat, is, man, people in the live, no boxing here, man. People know boxing. This is a no boxing deal. You've got to know it in order to be having conversations that are reasonable. And when you jump in with things that are just silly and you allow yourself to walk into traps like that, dog, it just tells me, man, Martin, you could have done a lot better if you just would have admitted and said, hey, man, yeah, I don't really give a lot of credit for Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Lomachenko. But really, if you look at the way Lomachenko fights, and what my category is I like the way people fight, right? I like how he looks in the ring. I like his speed. I like his movement. I like what I see in him in the ring. And yeah, I think you're right that, you know, Rigondeaux really didn't add anything to it, but it didn't take anything away, right? And he did it very quickly. He did it without a lot of tune-ups. And I think that pound for pound, that style matches up and it moves up well. See, dummy, that's the argument that you can make. All right. And so that's why I'm saying some of you guys just aren't very, when you do that, you just show that you're not very, not only are you not very, you know, into boxing, you're not thinking far enough ahead to make an argument that's not easy to beat. I could make an argument for Vasily Lomachenko being #1 pound for pound better than you made, and I don't even believe it. But I'm listening to your argument like this. What? That argument doesn't make sense. You don't get to be pound for pound beating people smaller than you. It just doesn't work. But you could have just changed the criteria and say, really, I don't care about records. I don't care who they fought. I care about style versus style. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Martin, you back. Now, look, I gave you your argument. Next argument that you have with somebody, Martin, make that argument. Okay? Make that argument. Don't make the argument about the resume because it's going to fall flat on his face against anybody. The only defensible argument that you have, Martin, is his ability to box, his foot movement, his speed, right? His his ring IQ, all that other stuff. But you can't make it based on what he's accomplished because even though that's very solid, and there's a difference between being very good and being the guy who's #1. If you ask me, is he in my top 10? I would say yes, Vasily Lomachenko's in my top 10 pound for pound. But you don't want top 10. You want #1. You know what I mean? So, dog, just get your argument together, Martin. Get your argument together. And I've given you your argument. I've given you your argument. Take that argument and then go spread that around to people and tell them, make that argument. Because that's the only argument that's going to actually get any type of, footwork, man. It's good. It's only going to get only one, Doug. Shane David, what's good, man? It's a great interview with Poor Gray dropping that. Keep dropping that. I appreciate that, man. Flashy ass moves don't make you pound for pound. See, hey, but King Damon, you'll say that, right? And then we can have a debate. But I can't. You can't just abolish it. It'd be harder for you, King Damon, just to demolish Martin on that. You know what I mean? Because he can say, well, it's not flashy, and you could at least have some argument. But when you go the resume argument, the rigging that he embarrassed somebody argument, that's just trash, dog. Hey, let me go back, man. Thanks, dog. Thanks, Martin, man. You made my morning, dude. It's very rare I just have so much fun with a rookie-ass argument. Mr. Boxing All Day. Fanon, I think Mikey Garcia will challenge Crawford just to make a case to be number one pound for pound. What are your thoughts? Man, I'd love to see that fight. And I think Mikey Garcia would try to do it. I think he tried to do it, and I wouldn't have any problem whatsoever with it making that fight happen, man. The only issue about it would be whether or not Bob Arum would make that, because Bob Arum's opinion is, firmly in the middle of that fight happening. That's my thoughts on it. Great question, though. Yeah, and on top of that, that's the fight that I would really like Mikey to be talking about. I'd love for Mikey to be really pushing that, pushing, because if Mikey can get Lomachenko, shit, Mikey can get Crawford. And honestly, I think he could get Crawford more easily than he could get Vasily Lomachenko. Oh, let me see. Yo, Fanon, loving this, man. That man, JM3, J-Rock, I'm glad you like that, man. Fanon, when I attempt to donate to your channel, it says the feature is not available in this area. How can I make a donation? Oh, man, there's a Venmo. If you look in the comment section, there should be a Venmo. You'll see Venmo, www.venmo. If you go to that and it's Fanon Boxing, you can go there and you can donate it through that. Thank you for asking, man. Much appreciated, man. Eye test isn't good enough. Yeah, you're gonna fall into that. Oh, what's going on, DOG? Too fat. Thank you, man. Fanon playing with the fat casual like a cat, like a cat with a mouse. Oh, dog, that's hilarious. Hey, DOG. Yeah, man, I got an evil spell. I mean, I like to do that every once in a while, man. It's like, come on, man. But look, Martin. Okay, this is fun. Let me ask you something. Who would Lomachenko have to beat for you to rate him number one pound for pound? Great question, Martin Carlson. If he stayed at 126 and if he stayed at 130 and he beat Miguel Berchelt, and then he moved up and he fought Jorge Linares and Mike and Robert Easter, then, well, first of all, unify. So I think that if he beat Miguel Berchelt and Machado, if he beat Miguel Berchelt and Machado and then unified, well, at least got three of them at 130, right? Got the WBA and got the WBC, and he had the WBO, and then he goes up to 135 and he unifies the WBO and maybe the IBF and the WBA, then he's got a very good argument for that. Because then you can say that he's done what Terrence Crawford has done. You know what I mean? Actually, if he unified at 130, if he got the guy, whoever winds up having, I think Ogawa doesn't get it anymore. But yeah, I think that's what he would have to do. Unify at 130 and unify at 135, and then, hey man, there's not much of an argument against that. It'd be tough to make an argument against it. Similar to Usyk. Like Usyk right now, I know Corey Lee is, drooling at the mouth about this one, but Usyk is going to have a good argument for that based off what he's going to do if he wins the World Boxing Super Series, because he'll have the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I would think he'd have to do. He'd have to do what everybody else did. You have to do what Floyd Mayweather did to get it, right? Well, Floyd didn't do that, though, in peace. But that's an argument that can be made about why Terrence Crawford has the ability to pass up your boy. Fanon, if Wilder continued this KO streak, nobody's above him. I don't think anybody's above him at all. And St. Cruz says, become undisputed at 135. Yeah, because that would be his weight class. Undisputed at 135 it'd be tough to argue against Lomachenko if he did that. See, Martin, we're reasonable people. Oh, man, we got love in the super chat, man. Thank you. The Cali Enigma, man. I appreciate that, man. Hey, the Cali Enigma says, ever since he lost to an Uber driver, he stayed away from rugged pressure fighters. Yeah, pretty much. And guys that are bigger than him. No doubt, man. Much love in the super chat. Thank you, sir. And I agree with that 100%, Cali Enigma. Jorge Linares versus Lomachenko. Who you got? Wow. I test right now, I say Lomachenko. I'd have Lomachenko on that. But it could go either way. But I would lean towards Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko's a great fighter, man. And I'm not going to pick against him very, very easily. The only problem with Lomachenko is he doesn't hit very hard. That's the only thing that's really, like, more he moves up, the bigger problem that's going to be. Because he doesn't hit very hard. You know, here's another problem I think is going to happen. If he fights a guy that actually holds a belt in that division, it's going to be tougher. Because you're not going to have a guy just stop in the middle of a fight if he's got a belt. You know what I mean? And I do believe that's I'll leave it alone. Shakur Stevens got more power than Lomachenko. So you're saying Lomachenko is a future number one? No, I didn't say that he's a future number one, man. You about to get blocked. You're trying to play fucking games, man. No, I didn't. I said Lomachenko can become number one based on, you asked a question. Dude, get the fuck out of here, man. Don't play cute fucking games. I'm being polite to you, man. Don't be cute. I said what I said. You asked me what Lomachenko needed to be number one, and I answered the question. Unified 130 or unified 135. Is he a future number one pound for pound? Who the fuck knows? He ain't done it yet. And he's 30 years old. Straight up, dude. Don't be cute, man. See, you were being polite. Now you're being a smartass. And you're not very smart. No, man. Fuck the apologies, dog. You're doing it on purpose, man. I don't need apologies. Just act right, man. Dog, goodbye. It's fun, Holmes. I'm going to tell you, dog, I don't have a lot of patience for smart asses. I don't have patience for smart asses. I think we've been on this live stream for an hour, dog. I gave you 30 minutes of conversation. And you're not being honest. Martin Carlson got booted. There ain't no timeout. He got booted. There is no time for that, man. Make an honest opinion, honest conversation. I don't play those games, dog. I could have clowned you super hard. And so you're looking for a way to dig your way back in. Go study and have an honest assessment of what's going on in boxing. Not some cutesy shit, man. Like, my man, it is what it is, man. Holler at you. Fakeem Satur. Crawford let it be known he was moving up before he unified. No disrespect, but just because one fighter doesn't call out another fighter does not mean it's a duck. Nah, for real, man. Fanon, keep you cool. Don't let them get to you. Nah, I'm good, media for life. I do have a pet peeve, though. I don't like smart asses. I really don't. I don't play with words because I can play with words with people if I wanted. But I'm not going to play words. I want to have a good, mature conversation with people about boxing, man. Damn, Fanon, this is a response from Venmo. Sorry. Oh, that's all right, Raymond Murphy. Don't worry about it, man. I appreciate it, man. If you can, don't worry about it. I'll set up like a PayPal or something maybe later, but it's all good. It's no worries. I appreciate you guys trying to hook it up, though, man. That's much appreciated. Fanon pulled out his daddy belt. That was crazy, man. Martin was a troll. It was fun at first. I kind of felt like that was the case before, but I just don't like smart asses, man. Fanon, do you think GGG, it's Refco, man. Fanon, do you think GGG will fight Canelo trilogy while protecting the timeline out as far into the future as possible, make enough money, then retire before facing Jamal? Yeah, I don't see him fighting Jamal Charlo just based off of what Abel Sanchez says. I mean, Abel Sanchez has said enough to let me believe that they're not trying to make that happen at all. You know what I mean? So do I think it'll be a third fight? I mean, with this dope test, this positive dope test, and him letting him off the hook, I think the possibility of a trilogy just went up, because there's got to be a way. There's something. If I'm Gennady Golovkin, I need something for this. All right, you got to either give me some extra money, or you got to give me a rematch clause. You got to do something. You got to, pay my cousin some money, something. I'm going to say what I got to say, and I'm going to keep the fight going. But you got to give me something else. So I think the possibility of a trilogy went up, because that's something that Gennady Golovkin can negotiate for in the contract and make an amendment to it and argue for that. A bigger cut of the pie and a rematch clause is what, if I was Gennady Golovkin, and I was like, that's what I want. You did that? All right, man. If this fight's going on, you got to give me something. I ain't buying the tainted meat stuff. All right. So that's my question. I mean, that's my answer, man. Somali Pirate, for now, what's your opinion on Jacob versus Charlo? Real boxing fans know GG versus Canelo ain't no real fight. Oh, man, I would love to see Jacobs and Charlo, man. I definitely would love to see that fight, man. I don't know how that play off, man. I don't know how that would go. I favor Charlo, though, over Jacobs. But, man, Jacobs got a little froggy with him, man, in that after that fight last week, after the Wilder fight. C-Stars, Fanon, do you feel boxers are spoiled, protected, and less courageous than more historical fighters? No, I don't think so. I think they're better paid, and since they're better paid, they can do what they want to do. They don't have to fight as often. They can pick and choose fights a little bit more. So I mean, yeah, they're in a more solid position than they were before, and I think that's a good thing for the fighters. I don't besmirch them that. And, but at the same time, I think it's on the responsibility to have these fights happen is on the fans and it's on the media. Because the boxers are going to make they're going to make the decisions that they want to make that are best for themselves. And I think everybody deserves that. But I'm not the fighter, right? So while I recognize that that's the case, I can say, yeah, I believe that the fighters should be able to do what they need to do, right? And make the fights and make the most sense for them. But as a fan and somebody that's contributing my little bit of money I contribute to the pot, I want the pressure to be on these guys to fight one another and for them to give me the best, the most I can get out of my money, right? Because you have, different people, the two main people involved in a boxing match, right, as far as like who's contributing to the boxing match, are the boxers and the fans. The boxers have the product, the fans have the money. So it's reasonable for the boxers to say, hey, I want the best I can get out of this for the service that I'm offered. And, I want the best for my services. I want the most money for my services. It's good enough for the fans to say, well, I want the most service. I want the best services for my money, right? So the media, who is kind of a go-between, right? And I think a lot of times are kind of, more concerned with their access to the promoters and the promoters thusly giving them, access to the fighters. They need to push for the fight. And the fans need to push for the fight. But when you have, fans that buy into what the promoters are selling too readily, then we get screwed over. But I don't have an issue with the fighters themselves doing that. You know what I mean? So I hope that answers your question. C-Stars, great question too, by the way. Martin Carlson Martin, you're gonna get, dog. You do another one, you're just gonna get blocked, man. I thought I hid you, dog. Martin is done. And I'm going to tell you, man, you're listening, but you're done. Under that name, you're done. You can go find another name, another Google account, come back in under some other name and act like you got sense. More power to you. But getting cutesy and wasting people's time, you got to go. C-Star says, Fanon, good point, but I feel some of these fighters are ducking and making excuses out of fear. Yeah, I can agree. I mean, I don't doubt that that's the case in some of them. You know what I mean? I don't doubt that. Was good, Jimmy Millord. Yasmin, prevent the black murderers row. Yasmin Bennett was up. Somali Pirates, Fanon fighters can fight who they want, but I don't owe them no respect if they keep taking easy. Yeah, you don't owe them your respect, that's for sure. Question for the chat. Who do y'all think, Mikey? Okay, that's not for me. Fanon, what do you think of Kell Brook and all the shit he's been talking lately? He's out of his mind. I mean, here's what I think about him, man. You know, I mean, man, dude, I'm wondering, I almost made a video on that. I'm wondering if he got more damage than I wonder if he got more I wonder if he got more damage than an eye socket talking about he's the top guy at 154 pounds, dog. You just beat some dude, some second-rate dude at 154 pounds for a secondary belt, and you're the man, but you don't want to fight Lara? He's like, I'll fight anybody but Lara because his style doesn't sell. Oh, okay. All right, Kell. All right. You'll fight anybody but Lara. Lara, who consensus says, who is the longest reigning 154-pound champion, who all the other fighters at 154 acknowledges the man in the weight class and are more than willing to fight. But you're the king and want to fight anybody at 154 and are ready for him except for Lara. You're tripping, dog. He's tripping. I almost made a video on that, man, but I left it alone. But yeah, dude's tripping, dog. Dude is tripping, 100% tripping, man. Oh, man, that's hilarious. So yeah, man, I'm thinking it, but I'm standing by my thing with him, man. I definitely think dude needs to retire, man. He needs to retire before he gets hurt. He needs to retire before he gets hurt, man. That's my take on it. So let me get on back to getting on. Yeah. That's my take, man. Hurt feed him that BS. Yeah, he's talking, man. But he's supposed to talk. I mean, I can understand him believing that. He's got to be confident, you know. He's coming back. But you coming off of 2 knockouts, you got knocked out and orbital bones broken in 2 of your last 3 fights. You come back and fight a journeyman for you fight a round and a half with a journeyman, and then you the man? Nah, dog. We not buying it, homie. We not buying it. And you don't buy it either. For now, do you think Kell Brook will take the Saddam Ali route for a title? Yeah, I do. If he wants one, he better take that route. That's the only reasonable route for him. For now, why hasn't little GGG rematched Jacobs when Jacobs arguably won, yet he beat Canelo by hair, and he is rematching him, then he's clearly going to dodge Charlo. Well, first, he didn't beat – he took more money, obviously, Benjamin, for Canelo, because he's getting paid probably – he might make 5 times what he's making for Canelo. So he's getting that money late in the end of his career, which, you know, hey, man, reasonable. But the second thing, he didn't beat Canelo. He might have a lot of people think he beat Canelo, but he had a draw. That was a draw. And he kept his belts. So, you know, maybe a distinction without a difference when you keep the belts. Because Canelo failed to beat Gennady Golovkin. And there's more money in it. And he's clearly going to dodge Charlo because there's not as much money in it. So I think it's a monetary thing for Gennady Golovkin. And I also think I don't think I wouldn't go so far as to say Gennady Golovkin's afraid of him. Gennady Golovkin isn't lost in the ring. You know, the worst fight that he's had is a draw. And a lot of people think Jacobs won the fight against Gennady Golovkin. Personally, I thought Gennady Golovkin won the fight. I think Gennady Golovkin with the knockdown of and I know some people said that wasn't a legit knockdown with Jacobs, but you know, he knocked him down. The ref, it was a 10-8 round. And with that, you know, I gave the edge to Gennady Golovkin. But you know, not rematching him, I think it's a money thing, man. I think it's a money thing for him. Boatman was good. Anybody here thought Estrada won against Sanskrit last month? Yeah, I think he did. I think I would have given him the decision. I thought that dude Estrada fought real well, man. Boatman. Shout out to Boatman, by the way. We got 160 people in, 95 likes. If you guys can, if you're in, hit the like button or hit the dislike button. Either one. It'd be appreciated. Let me go back a little bit, man. See if I got some. Oh, hey, African G. I'm sorry, man. I missed that, man. Charles is gonna break his forehead. is going to break his forehead. You talking about Gennady Golovkin? Appreciate that, man. Much love in the super chat for Afro-Rican. Afro-Rican G. Thank you, sir. Let me try to back up a little bit. Oh, the Cali Enigma. Lomachenko was humbled and admits certain fighters are better. It's the media. Oh man, that's why I always. So you know, Cali Enigma. That's why I don't criticize Lomachenko himself very much at all, because he's doing what he's supposed to do in the ring, and he's a very, very good fighter. It's not Lomachenko, and when Lomachenko talked about what credit he deserves for Rigondeaux, he's saying it. I've never heard Lomachenko say anything unrealistic or unreasonable about what he's done. And he's a great fighter. And yeah, he absolutely has the ability to be a great fighter. There's things that he can do to be, universally recognized as the number one guy in the sport. And you can do that with having a loss. I'm not one of these guys that says as soon as you lose to somebody that you never have a chance to come back from it. But I mean, let's just hold Lomachenko to the same standard that everybody else is held to. There's certain guys like Sergey Kovalev who are held to a much lower standard than other people. He's still in a lot of people's top 10, even though there's no reason in the world for him to be there. He lost to a guy that was smaller than him twice, and he got knocked out by a guy that was smaller than him. So, I mean, but yet he's still in these like ESPN's top 10 pound for pound. That stuff is a marketing. That's when it becomes obvious that it's a marketing deal. And then you have Soroyevsai, who knocked out a guy who they had as their number one pound for pound guy, beat him twice, knocked him out the second time, but he's not up near the top of pound for pounds. I think somebody might have slid him up there now. But, it's only after Chocolatito was gone. And where was all this talk about Lomachenko being number one pound for pound when Chocolatito was there? Because that was the guy that they were marketing and trying to push as the number one guy, with using it as a marketing deal. So, but Lomachenko himself has never said that. The only people that say that I've heard say that they number one pound for pound are Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Andre Ward. Those are the guys that I've heard said, I'm the top guy. And they're the ones that deserved it, not coincidentally. In my opinion, they're the ones that deserved it. Badu, I hope you didn't say Badu Jack said he was number one. A lot of us Oakland natives cannot stand GG. His team talked all that ish and then ducked homie Ward. Yeah, they used him, dog, for that. I wouldn't say it was a duck. Oh, Sean Yakins Fanan, what's up? Great interview with Porgray. Great job on the Porgray interview. Enjoyed it, man. Appreciate that, man. Oh, wow. Colonel Dirk Urkel said, how about Mikey Garcia versus Gary Russell Jr.? Mikey Garcia will knock out Gary Russell Jr. I don't even see that as a close fight. I think Mikey Garcia will stop him. He's too small for Mikey. I think Gary Russell Jr. really is 126 pounder. And I don't think that Mikey Garcia probably is 140 pounder. There's a big size difference. Ronald Finkel said, I missed that interview. Yeah, man, I got the interview up on the chat, man. Much respect and appreciation to Regis Porgray for giving me that interview, man, taking the call. That was real fun to do. I definitely want to do more of those. Was just really lucky that his wife had attended a live stream, and I asked her, and she said, yeah, she hooked me up with the interview. So hopefully we'll be able to get him back on the channel again. Guys, Dave, if you wouldn't mind, check out that interview and like it. So, at least I can make an argument to people that people will watch the interviews that we do. I'd love to have Mike, other cats on the channel as well, man. I think that put up a link, put that interview link up. Yeah, okay, here, man. If you hear any volume, please forgive me. But it was one just did yesterday, man. I mean, it's on my site. It's not. I mean, you can just go to the page. But here, this is the Regis Porgray interview. Hey, share that if you can, that would be greatly appreciated. That's it right there. The link is on my channel. It's on my channel. I just did it yesterday on Sunday, so you know, and it didn't have a spectacular title to it, but it was fun to do, man. I like that young man. Cool. Yeah, share it, man. And if anybody knows any other fighters to interview, let me know, man, because it's hard. You know, I don't know a lot of these cats actually in the industry, so appreciate it. K-back boxing, it would be an interesting fight. Let me back up a little bit, man. But yeah, Colonel Dirk Urkel, I would favor Mikey Garcia, that man. I don't think that's a good fight for Gary Russell. Jimmy Milford says Chocolatito was never good. If you leave every fight looking like a smashed tomato. Hey, man, that was, yeah. I mean, he didn't have great defense, man. Sean. Okay, yeah, I got that, man. I'm glad that you enjoyed that, Sean the Icon. That was fun to do. That was my first foray into that. Yasmin, yeah, but Loma should be pound for pound. Well, shouldn't. I think he means shouldn't be pound for pound when he hasn't even rematched Salido, nor has he fought great fighters. The only ones, Gary Russell Jr., Rigo, and Rigo was 2 weight classes smaller. Yeah, pretty much. I think his best fight is Gary Russell Jr., who incidentally didn't quit because he had something he was looking forward to. Mark Blake, Fanon, was that your first interview with a prize fighter? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's my first time doing it. Fanon, do you remember Mr. Galaxy? Yes, I do, man. I actually watched a highlight film on him not long ago, man. Yes, I do. Man, he's fun to watch. Roy Versailles, I think Monster versus Roy Versailles. Damn, what's the weights? Are the weights close enough? I take Monster. I think Monster's a better boxer. I think Roy Versailles I don't say he got exposed, but you know, he had a hard time with Estrada, man. Oh, hey, Fanon, I've been over here roasting trolls. Hey, man, as he talk that dumb shit, man. Come on, man. You know, I try to keep a polite 78, but god dog. That shit was ridiculous, man. Wilder will beat the J off of hey, by the way, if anybody ain't subscribed, I doubt they haven't. Check out 78 Sports TV. Man, definitely one of the best channels on YouTube, man. If not the best. Got to tell you, that dude does great work, man. Passes the eye test. St. Cruz and says, no way. Yeah, pound LDBC. Absolutely, man. Passes the eye test, but we need to see more. Yeah, I agree. The Cali Enigma. Oh, hold on, man. Let me get to okay. I see Antonio McCrae. Fanon, this is the Cali Enigma. Gary Russell was just talking shit about fighting's 140. He's food at that weight. Yeah, man, that's tough, especially how he looked. I mean, he beat Oscar Escadon, but you know, Oscar Escadon, it was hard for him to get Escadon out of there, man. But I think Escadon was juiced up to the gills, but still, you know, yeah, I think that's big for him, man. But he wants to get that money, you know what I mean? So I can't hate him for it, but you know, at 140, I think, man, he's too small. I think he's too small. And he's inactive. Antonio McCrae, Fanon, there's a rumor of a potential matchup between Joshua and Jarrell Miller August 25th if both win their upcoming fight. Yeah, I mean, that's been going on for a while, you know, that they've been implying that. I think that's why Jarrell Miller went over did his quote-unquote promotional deal with Eddie Hearn. And like I've been saying, man, Anthony Joshua's coming to the United States. And the people in the UK that says, Edwin Evers, why do I think that Escadon was juiced? Because he looked it. He looked like that one dude, what's his name, man? Oh, he said, I got some fighter contacts I can give you. Hey, man, that'd be appreciated, 78, man. Say they don't fuck with me no more. Hey, man, I'd do it, man. I'd appreciate that, 78. It's much appreciated in the super chat too, man. Thank you, 78. Yeah, I'd love to do it, man. I'd love to do it, man. I think that adds a little value to the channel, man. But at the same time, 78 motherfuckers might not fuck with me either, because I definitely want to, you know, I'd love to interview Mikey Garcia, man, but I think, you know, Mikey Garcia might not like what I say sometimes. Definitely not Adrian Bronner. But it is what it is, man. Fanon, okay, let me go back a little bit. But hey, man, much love in the super chat, though, from my man 78. Edwin Evans, Fanon, what do you think? Why do I think Escadon was juiced? Because he looked just like that Hebrew Hammer dude, where, you know, he gets hit, he doesn't get tired. You got Gary Russell Jr. in the corner talking about, man, that dude's juiced because he's getting just blasted. And all of a sudden, he just a couple seconds later, you know, he comes back like he never got hit, like he never got tired. And I just I'm suspicious of people that don't get tired. You know, you see people that just don't stop throwing punches for 12 rounds. There's something to that, man. Everybody can run. You know, it's like when people said, you know, what would you do with Anthony Joshua's endurance issues? My thoughts are, okay, man, shit, do what some of these other dudes do. Pick the right drugs. You know, the one that puts that extra bit of oxygen, molecular oxygen on a red blood cell so that you can regain energy quicker. But because people get tired, man. When you see people that fatigue doesn't come into play, I mean, fatigue is part of sports, man. It's not like boxing. You're in a football game, basketball game where you get tired and you got to sit down and take a breather. These dudes don't get tired. And I'm very suspect to people that do not get tired. And their game is based on, you know, their energy, their speed. It picks up as the fight goes on, dude. Hey, but 78, man, that'd be much appreciated, man. I would love to do that, man. So that's my thought on it, dog. Oh, Curtis Anderson, Fanon, your show reminds me of an old boxing show in the 80s in New York. It's called the Art Rush Show. Hey, I got to check it out, man. I hope it was a good show. Certainly hope it's a good show. Lewis Coleman, Errol doesn't get tired, so is he juicing, man? I haven't seen that be the case. I don't see Errol Spence throwing punches like nonstop. But we don't know. The fight ain't going to 12 rounds. He ain't going 12 rounds of that. And he's not just throwing punches. His output, he's consistent with it, but I haven't seen that in him. I haven't seen it look like his whole game plan is that he's just going to throw punches that don't hurt anybody, and he never gets tired. I've seen him move back. I've seen him be patient. But, you know, if that's the case, hey, man, that's the case. I'm just telling you what I think. Lewis Coleman, man, shout out for the super chat, man. Thank you so much, sir, man. You always a supporter, man. Much appreciated. Boo Boo is that shit. I like Boo Boo. I want to see Boo Boo get in there, man, with some cats. And I always forget to mention him, man. Oh, yeah, Super DJ. We respect. Oh, did I miss out Super DJ? Oh, no, did I? I think I got Super DJ. Let me go back, man. Make sure I didn't miss that. Oh, Super DJ in the super chat. Thank you, sir, man. I'm sorry about that, man. I got this new thing where I can't see him. 78, thank you for catching that for me, man. Thank you, friend. AJ will fight anybody not named Wilder. Yeah, there you go. And Ortiz. Don't forget that one. He'll fight anybody not named Wilder and Luis Ortiz because he ain't fighting Luis Ortiz either, dog. Hey, Trap House Boxing, what's good, my man? How you feeling, man? Life's good. I've been checking out your show in the morning, man. I like that. Hey, for people that have not checked out Trap House Boxing, check out Trap House Boxing, man. He puts real good videos out in the morning time. I wake up to his stuff in the morning, man. He always has good stuff pop up in the morning. And that's real. I like the timing of that, man, because him and Black Fight Fan TV put out work in the morning. So I can check them out. I usually check out their videos before I even, really get going. I try not to steal from them, but I can't sometimes, listen to those cats and know that boxing. It's hard not to get affected by their opinion. So if you feel like I plagiarize from you, Trap House, hey, my bad. But I give you a free commercial, dog, in exchange. Lewis Coleman says, Boo Boo messed up his own career. He isn't promoted right. Yeah, he did. He kind of fucked up he messed up with your boy over there, man. Boo Boo is fodder. He's the most wasted talent, arguably, in boxing. Oh, hey, Fahim Sator said, my 4-year-old loves Boo Boo, so I got to ride on him. Curtis Anderson says, oh, Fernando, it was a great show. He passed on. Hey, well, rest in peace to my man, dude. The Cali Enigma Trap House is homie. His videos are real educational. Absolutely, man. Definitely check out Trap House Boxing. Charles needs a manager. Are you talking about Charles Hadley? Charles Hadley pissed in his own soup. That was ridiculous, man. He pissed in his soup if you're talking about Charles Hadley. Colonel Durko Fanon, if AJ got rocked by old floppy Dillian White, dropped by Vlad, in what world is he gonna happen? Or what in the world is gonna happen when he fights Deontay Wilder? I think he gets beat. Like I said before, man, I said was good as Trap House. Yeah, my thing is I think he gets beat. Straight up. I think he's gonna get beat, man. Because before I would have said I was saying it was a 50-50 fight for me when it at the time, before Luis Ortiz. I thought it was a 50-50 fight. I wasn't sure. But when I saw on the scene of Falan, what does it mean to piss in your soup? Oh, dude, he pissed in his own soup because he wants a fight with Charlo. Let me answer the rest of this question, but I'll explain what I mean. Yeah, I mean what it means to piss in your own soup. Oh God, I'm sorry, man. I lost my train of thought. Man, I forgot my train of thought, man. I just go to this question. Whatever I was talking about, forgive me, man. What it means to piss in your own soup is this, man. You trying to create something for yourself. You building up a boxing career, you're building up your resume, you're doing what you need to do in order to get where you want to go. But then, so you're making a soup. This really good, it's a flavorful soup, it's something you want to eat, it's what you want. But then you do something stupid and you ruin it. So Demetrius Andrade had gotten offered a multiple fight contract by Showtime. He had a fight lined up with Jermell Charlo, and instead of taking that fight, he takes the bait from Rock Nation. Takes an offer. No money up front, but takes an offer of $500,000 or whatever, $200,000 signing bonus they promised him, I think. In five, I see the super chat, man. Thank you so much. Let me recognize the super chat, and then I'll get back to that. Duncell Watson, man, thank you. Shout out for the super chat. Very much, man. Definitely go to the cause. So what he did was he then basically signed to agree with the fight with Al Heyman, the PBC, to fight on Showtime. Showtime names the date. He sets the stuff aside for him. But then he takes a promise from Rock Nation when Rock Nation is trying to sign boxers. So he agrees in principle to go to Rock Nation, to leave his promoter, to not to cancel the fight against Demetrius Andrade. Right? So what happens is he winds up not getting the promoter sues Rock Nation, right? The promoter that he tries to, who he cancels on, sues Rock Nation, then Rock Nation says, I don't know what the fuck Demetrius Andrade was talking about. We didn't offer him any money. We didn't say any of that. That's on Demetrius Andrade. So now Demetrius Andrade not only doesn't get the multiple fight deal with Showtime, he doesn't get the fight against Andrade and the $500,000 that he would have made in that fight. He also now ruins his reputation with Showtime, ruins his reputation with the PBC, right? And now who's going to want to deal with them because they know that if you sign for a deal with Demetrius Andrade, that he might back out of the deal. So he pissed in his own soup. He made the mistake. He hurt his own career. And I have had people, I made a video about that. You can check it out. It's still up, where I made the argument about, look, man, you can't blame Charlos and them for not wanting to fight him, or anybody else for that matter, because he ruined his own reputation. You got to now walk in there and say, okay, well, because your word is your bond. You know what I mean? You're only as good as your word. And when you make a promise to somebody and people act upon your promise and you back out, he screwed over Showtime, because Showtime could have made another fight on that date. He screwed over the Charlos, because Charlo could have fought somebody else for that date. He screwed over his manager, so his manager's like, I don't know what to do. He could go out to lunch with somebody, and whatever his word, he's just willing to turn his back on his word at any time. So that's what I'm saying. Demetrius Andrade, in that circumstance, he pissed in his own soup. He was his own worst nightmare. He was his own worst enemy. Sometimes you just got to keep your word. You know what I mean? Especially if you don't have leverage. I mean, you got like Bob Arum, who, tells one story, another story, whatever, but he's got contracts with people locked in. And he's got enough money to at least sue people enough so they might not want to argue with him just because they got to spend $100,000 in lawyer fees, where he's got deep enough pockets just to keep you in court for 2 years. But at the end of the day, man, that's what I meant by that. Sorry, I went on that for a while, but hey, man, shout out to the super chat, man. Thank you so much. Let me get back to it. Oh, snap. Forgive me, man. Duncell Watson, man. Shout out. Much love in the super chat. Thank you, sir. Ronald Finkel said, well, you got Logan against S-Key if you want some. Oh, man, that thing. My daughter told me, my daughter was like, Dad, if you want to make some money, and, for the cause, maybe you should talk about Logan versus SKSI. I was like, man, please. I do one video like that, I'm going to have 600 subscribers sign up that I don't ever want to hear from again. Because they not real boxing fans, man. People ain't trying to hear that, man. If you really want to do, get a lot of views, man, no thank you. Keep your views and keep that subject. Trap ass, all this is clown. Boo Boo does is talk about all the fighters. He's the best in the amateurs. That's funny. It's true. Andrade is one of those fighters. This is Colonel Dirk Urkel. Andrade is one of those fighters that's not going to bring enough bread to the table, and it's too much risk to fight for these popular fighters. So the man is in a catch-22. Yeah, and you can catch-22 too when you don't know for sure if you can handle that. I mean, if he's going to keep his word in the fight. Oh, Charlie Zilloff. Yeah, pretty much, man. This is real boxing, man. It ain't worth it. That conversation ain't worth it, man. Somebody got bopped by a wrench, dog. Oh, Trap House buys me, dog. I got to wrench you, homie. I got to wrench you, Trap House. That's an honorary wrench. Let me go back up here, man. Trap House Boxing, all this clan Boo Boo does is talk about the fighters. He's the best in the amateurs. Yeah, I think Trap, don't get me twisted though, Trap. I think my man's a good fighter. And I want to see him fight. I mean, it's not somebody like, if he wound up, he got to fight against these cats. I'm not going to cry about him fighting it. You know what I mean? I'm going to be like, okay, cool. That's a tough competitor. And we can see what he can do, man. It's a good fight. It's an entertaining fight to see in the ring. We got 165 people in the house, 123 likes, man. Hit the like button if you wouldn't mind, or hit the dislike button. It's all good, but let me know you were in the building. That'd be appreciated. We got Dallas J talking about Cambuterol, so we know who we talking about. We talking about Canelo somewhere up in here. Fernand, is that? Oh no, yeah, I did that one. Pee in the soup. What the fuck? Yeah, like real pee, Don Banks. Yeah, like he pissed in his fucking soup. He did a fucking He did a Juan Manuel Marquez, dog, and drank some piss. Don't do you any damn good. Curtis Fanon, do you remember the classic fight between George Foreman and Ron Lau? Yeah, I do. I don't remember seeing it. I was too young, but I've seen it for sure, man. 3 dislikes. We got 5 dislikes, not 3 likes. 3 dislikes in the house. Super G's not Latino. Who's not Latino? Super DJ. I don't know what he's talking about with the Latinos. Yeah, anybody got any more questions? What kind of leprechaun? Eric says, Fanon, Andre gonna become the Al Bundy of boxing, talking shit about the good old days. Yeah, he does talk a lot, man. I think that might be the new. What is he, from Rhode Island or something? Hey, what up, Fanon? Good boxing talk on my lunch break, man. I'm glad you can appreciate it, man. It's good, man. I checked out a real good one early this morning, man. You got to check out. Make sure you guys hit 78 has some good ones around 8 in the morning. So I think you do between 8 and 10. Them shits be good, man. Hey, what's Fanon? Fanon. Yeah, I like how you spell it. That's actually how you pronounce it, Fanon. AJ is scared to death of Wilder. That's P-Dub H. Nick. What's good, my man? Super DJ 5. Latinos, huh? I love Latinos. Latinas. Oh, man, who doesn't? What's wrong with them? Ain't nothing wrong with them. Yeah, Fanon is going to be, yeah, let me make sure. You guys got any questions? This has been fun. We're going to keep it rolling for a little while. Fanon, do you remember? Oh, yeah, I do. Remember that? Let's back this up a little bit. I'm interested in to know, people, though, man. Does anybody in here think that Mikey Garcia can beat Terrence Crawford? I'm going to throw that out here, man. Derek Jordan says, Pretty Boy Floyd versus or Sweet Pea. I mean, fighting one another, I go with Floyd Mayweather. Who do I think? I mean, man, it'd be a good fight, though, man. It'd be a lot of missed punches. That's for damn sure. It'd be a lot of missed punches. But I think I would take. You think who's got nope? You think Floyd? You think Sweet Pea beats Floyd? I don't know, man. That's tough. Why they ducking the Easter Bunny, though? There's a lot of excuses being made for doing it, man. Oh, man, Akabin just subscribed to Trap House Boxing. That's what's up, man. If any of y'all cats, hey, what's good, Nelson Nobles? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. And man, if anybody ain't subscribed in here to Trap House Boxing, man, check out Trap House Boxing's channel. That man is a good Florida dude down with blood boxing. They do good videos, man. That new dude knows his boxing. It'll add to your day listening to his videos for sure. Mikey gets hit too much to beat Crawford. Yeah, that's I get Crawford would demolish Mikey Garcia. Okay, that's my man Nelson Nobles. And shout out to Nelson Nobles, man. I ain't seen you in a minute. D-Jack 420. Hell no. Crawford stops Mikey at 147. Leprechaun. I'm looking to see if does anybody think that Mikey can win. I think Sean Porter and Spence will beat Crawford. That's interesting. The Sean Porter thing is interesting because he just mugs people. But hey, man, he got to get past this. Oh, no worry. Man, all day, Trap House. All day, my man. All day, any day. Please subscribe to Brother Trap House Boxing. Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's see if we can get, we got 126 people in the house, man. 161 people in the house. Hey, man, let's see if we can, if we can get a net gain of 15 subscribers for Trap House Boxing. That would be cool. If we get a net 15 gain of good, reasonable, knowledgeable boxing fans on Trap House Boxing's page, man, the live stream would be a success for sure. We'll see if we can make that happen for Trap House, man. Because that dude definitely got a good channel. Him and Blood Boxing got a good channel. Trap House got a little bit different approach, a little more mellow, a little more laid back than Blood. But they talk that real stuff, man. That's for sure. I've been a fan of Trap House Boxing for a minute. Fanon, no need to head. Oh, this is my man Rashawn McClarty. Fanon, no. Not enough head movement from Mikey, but we'll pick right up on that. Yeah, I picked up on that, man. His head movement isn't the best. His footwork and his spacing is really solid. His jab and his overhand right is real solid. What Mikey Garcia does fundamentally is very, very good. I think he needs more head movement, man. And we'll see, because that's another dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's my take, man. Just subscribe. Love your channel. Keep up the good work. Real Talk 99, man. Much appreciate that, man. Yasmin said he just subscribed. That's what's up. He just hit Trap House up. That's what's good. I hope Real Talk, that means you subscribe too. I appreciate you subscribing to me, man. If you got to get the Trap House, that's what. Good. Abyss 104 said he just subscribed to Trap House Boxing. That's what's up. Oh, for sure, Trap House. No doubt about it, man. I got your email on one of these things, man. We'll hit it up. We'll do it for sure. Callie Nimga says, subscribe to Trap House Boxing. He talks about fighters internationally. If you want to know more about fighters globally, listen to the brother. Absolutely, dog. Oh, St. Cruz said, already subscribed. Ron Finkel said, got it. That's what's up. That's cool, man. It'll be see if we can get this net 15 for him. And, Trap House will let us know down the road if it worked like that. Landy Aloe Candy, I really like Mikey, but I don't know how he holds up against Crawford. Yeah, that's tough, man. Oh, Trap House says, thanks, everybody who subscribed. Thanks. That's what's up. Revco, Bud is too big, strong, and ambidextrous with too much street killer in him for Mikey, Mr. Fundamental. Hey, man, that dude has a lot of evil in him, dog. Terrence Crawford, that's why, man. No doubt, man. Oh, Nelson Nobles, I said he just subscribed to Trap House Boxing. I think that might be like 5 so far, man. I'm not keeping track of it. But that's what's up. Y'all hit him up. Natural American XR7, 12-year pro. He is what he is. Yeah, if you're talking about Mikey Garcia, he is what he is. But that's a lot he got, man. What he has is a lot, for sure. Oh, that's what's up, man. Me too. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, Revco just hit you up, Trap House. That's what's up. Dang, the Bomb Squad's getting bigger. Yeah. Oh, Bomb Squad's getting huge, dog. Hey, man, and they've been saying that we got my man. Oh, cool. Okay. I just subbed at Trap House Boxing. Cool. Mario Taylor, Trap House been the real one. Already subbed. That's what's up. Fanon, subscribe to Trap House Boxing. Some of these fighters are selling wolf tickets to make themselves look good. Oh, yeah, they do that. No doubt about that, H-Town. KO's. Oh, KO just subscribed to Trap House Boxing. That's what's happening. Yeah, the Cali Link said, man, that's what's up to everybody. Subscribe to Trap House Boxing. Denzel Washington said he got a chance. I'm not sure who's got a chance. You talking about Mikey Garcia's got a chance? Yeah, he's got a chance, no doubt. If he was, I don't see him pulling that off, but it could be. Have you ever been to a fight at the Barclays? I've not been. I've been to Vegas, the fights that I've been to. Hey, shout out, man. You got $2. Hey, thank you for the super chat, man. Super DJ 512. Trap House sub. That's what's up. Don Banks, Fahim, I guess. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. Cool. Fanan Crawford, too big and athletic. That's Curtis Anderson. Fanan Crawford beats Mikey. Yep, we got it. Cool. So that's what's up, man. Yeah, we got everybody pretty much in consensus on him, man. So I think that it's might be a dumb question. Hey, if we hadn't kicked that dude, Martin, what is that dude's name? We hadn't kicked Martin out, I'd have asked him. Fanan, I love Spence. Mentally, he's a killer. Yeah, see, I think that's the same thing with that's the truth with him. Dang, man, I feel like he's got a little lightheaded. I gotta take some drink. I gotta breathe. Sometimes I talk too quick, man. Don't take a breath. Just sub to Trap House, says Gary White. That's what's up. Fanan, I give one of those Puerto Rican. I'll give one of them Puerto Rican stories. Hey, man, my wife listens. I can't. But I'll tell you about New York. God, dog. Man, Puerto Rican chicks, boo. Dang, dog. It's like in New York. Man, I can't do it. I got my daughter in the house. So I'll get it on the next one for sure, though. Hey, Rich Jones, what's good, man? What's good? Oh, man, don't take me there, dog. I'm trying to stay faithful and married. Fahim Satur, Don Banks. Why would you fight someone for free when you can get paid? It's a real no-brainer. Oh, they got to get paid. Ron Finkel, I'm subscribed. That's good. He subscribes to County Enigma. That's cool. I've been blocking trolls daily over the past few days. Hey, man. Over on your channel or on this one? They'll go over there and hate on you, man. But that's all right, man. Hey, man. It is what it is, man. If you ain't got somebody disagreeing with you, you're probably not telling the truth. Mario Taylor, Fanan, do you think Wilder Crawford will actually leave Top Rank? I don't know. Man. Oh, man. 78 source. I hate them Rican girls from New York, Florida. Oh, 78, dog. Lord, dog. Hey, man, that's where I was up. I was like, man, it's like shit. Ducks in it, man. It's like shit. Fish in a barrel, man. Fish in a barrel. Effortless and wonderful. Louis Coleman, did you hear Jeff Horn, trainer, say they know what to do with Crawford? Jeff Horn sounds ready. He's gonna get ready, man. Oh yeah, Fatur scene ain't no look like an NY Rican. Man, you got to tell me, man, that's a Negro Rican, dog. That shit is a New York Rican. Them good. They good at NYC 78, just not all of them. Yeah, they ate. Oh, the counting guy was called. Hey, look, man. Hey, Callie, let me tell you something, dog, about that being called a racist for talking about Eddie Hearn. Man, dude, that is what you call projection. And who cares? Seriously, who cares? It's funny, man. It's like if you think like somebody like that calling you that is like saying it. It's like if they use the word if you transferred racist with rapist, and you were saying, look, man, these people are rapists. They've raped us, right? And a woman says, they've raped me, and you're a rapist because you've actually done something, right? And they say, and a man that's doing that says, no, she's the rapist. She raped me. See what she's talking about? She's calling me. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It's like sticks and stones. Like I know, or better yet, I know I am, but what are you? I know I am, but what are you? I know I am, but what are you? And they try to take ownership of that word, right? And say, okay, well, now I'm going to preemptively call you that, right? Because you said something that mentions race, but yet it's the system of racism that puts people into races, right? And unless you have the ability to implement that system, and unless that system works for your benefit, right? Not only did you implement it and benefit from it, right? That's when you are that. Not if you point out the fact that that it exists, right? Or that somebody adheres to it in your opinion. That's just, like I said, I know I am, but what are you? I know I am, but what are you? It's just ridiculous, man. Don't pay him any type of attention. You know what I mean? Any attention. And that's what Rev give calling a black person. It's the new deflect. It's replaced by the race card. You know what I mean? It went from the race card to racist. You know, that's how they used to do when I was in college. It was like whenever you brought it up, you were playing the race card, right? And then it got moved. Low plays got bopped by 78. Hey, it changes, man, and it's just it don't work. That argument doesn't work for me. And honestly, man, it's like I was listening to how does I hate it, man. Julius Moali. How do you pronounce that name? The cat from the EFF in South Africa. Oh man, I've been having a fun time listening to that over the last couple of days. Juju Malena from the EFF party. Yeah, that dude be clowning. Hilarious. For 9, I was stationed in Puerto Rico for a year. Those women are beautiful. Couldn't even go to Baskin Robbins without slobbering myself. Oh yeah, man, no doubt. All day, every day. A lot of women are rough about the edges in New York. 78, they're aggressive as hell. You're right about that. They are, and I like it though. That's what I like, because I ain't really the cat. I'm not really the cat. When I was single, I wasn't really the cat to just be trying to jump on chicks all the time. I'm from Chicago, and it's like you got to put in work. You got to, talk. But in New York, hey man, it's like they really straightforward about what they want, and it makes it a lot easier. I love women like that, act like that. For 9, no black person in the U.S. possesses the credentials to be that. I mean, it's a codified channel, so if you understand Neely Fuller Jr., you know where I stand on that, man. I think that I can't say that somebody is. I can say that I suspect him to be one, and I don't include that as somebody being prejudiced or somebody being, somebody having an opinion that's different from me. You know what I mean? Oh, Cleveland? That's the first time I've ever heard that. But hey, man, I'll take your word for it. I was always a Louisiana man myself, though. Little towns like LeBeau and Opelousas and St. Charles, New Orleans. That was always kind of where I was like, oh, wow, it's crazy down here. Not as many, but the quality is, damn, you can get a scale of 1 to 10 in New Orleans, in Louisiana, you can fuck around and find a 15. Louisiana, LA too. I've never been to LA. A lot of people go to LA. In Chicago, you got to have your Mac game on point. Yeah, that's pretty much. You got to, hey, it ain't easy money over there in Chicago, dog. They trying to make you work, dog. Big Gus 7 says, I'm from Crowley. That's what's up. They make you work in Chicago. The Cali Enigma. What happened to the Oakland women? I just never been to Cali, man. I've never been. I think I've been to Cali once, but I got a boy that runs heavy in LA, and he's like, man, it's crazy because people are attracted to go there, So I can imagine what it's like, man. I've heard crazy things about LA. I just have never been there to compare it. I heard Puerto Rican and Mexican and Spanish Harlem's easy to fall for, man. I'm sure they are. Cali, man, I tried to have a reasonable conversation with the guy, but he refused, so I blocked him. Yeah, get rid of him. Delete. And if they're not reasonable conversations, my advice is to delete the comment. Just delete the comment, man. Right away. See, because the thing is, if you let those comments sit around, then you're going to dissuade other people who might want to come to your channel. I'm very open and front about mine. If you leave something stupid, you leave a stupid comment, some over the top ass comment, sometimes I'll think about responding, but usually I just go ahead and delete it because you're not going to keep up space with that nonsense. So block them, delete them. Delete them, block them. Right? If you want to, you don't want to block them, and if it's just a one-off comment, just delete the comment. You know, ones that insult you, insult your intelligence. You know, I mean, 78 might have a harder time with that because this channel is so much bigger. But you know, where he might actually have to spend a lot of time going through that. But until you get to that stage, man, boot them, dog. It ain't nothing. I mean, I might have 100 comments or whatever, and I'll look at them and I read them. And if there's something silly, goodbye. I mean, it's not worth it. You're not going to just, you know, you don't get to piss on the carpet, dog. Mississippi all day, dude. And Memphis, Tennessee, man. Those are my favorite, 78. Those are my favorite clubs in Memphis. Because you get that super chocolate in Memphis, in Mississippi. Now that flavor ain't nothing better than their dog. Oh, you give them the love for nine? Nah, I ain't giving them shit. I ain't giving them shit but a hard time and a fucking boot. Fuck up out of here, dog. Get up out of here, man. I ain't giving you shit but a smile. I ain't giving you shit but a fucking boot and a block. But yeah, 78, I feel you on Mississippi, man. That's that super duper. That's that super duper in Mississippi. No joke. That's like the ones that I put on the end of the videos. That's like Mississippi. That's what you find in Mississippi. You know, I like, you know, hey, that's what you find in Mississippi, dog. For nine, don't ever forget. Oh, don't forgive the Deep South. Wow, oh man. Don't forgive the Deep South. I don't know what I mean about that. Oh, Samoa. Oh, man. I've never been really not an expert on the Samoans, man. For nine, Mikey keeps calling out Arrow, feed him to the wolves. I think if he can stand the rain, let him go. People going to learn the hard way. We have weight classes for a reason. Yeah, but I don't think he really wants it. I think he's talking about, because he's saying eventually he wants to go up there. So, you know, I mean, that's a way to sell fights. That's a way to keep your name. You know, that's a discussion to have, right? Where you can get people to talk about it. And that's all fair and good. But what I want to see out of Mikey is unification at 135. Make up your mind. Are you going to be 135 or you want to be 140? The scatterbug in between weight divisions for me, it's like, man, it's good for Mikey because I believe Mikey can do it and Mikey's thinking about himself like he should. But for boxing and as a boxing fan, I want to see him go through 135. And it's a year and a half. I mean, it'll be a year and a half in between times he fought at that weight class. You know what I mean? And winning in the higher weight class doesn't mean you're going to win in the lower weight class. I mean, for real. You can move. There is a possibility the way with all these sanctioning bodies that you can go up a weight division and fight a guy that's not as good as the champions in your own weight division. And I think that is the case right now with what happened there with Lipinets. Yeah, Trav, I say, yep, Mikey needs to do that. Yeah, man, we got Polynesians out here. It's normal to see Black and Samoan couples. Yeah, man, the Samoans look very, very Nigerian, man. But yeah, I've heard a lot about that, man. For nine, South African women are beautiful. I got married in South Africa. I had a good time. I like South Africa. I didn't get married. Excuse me. I honeymooned in South Africa. I didn't get married in South Africa. If you ever come to New York, check out La Marina in Washington Heights. It's popping in the summer. Oh, for sure, man. I'm gonna let people know when I'm coming to New York, man. I'm gonna let people know when I'm coming to New York. I'm gonna let Angel Santos know when I'm coming to New York because I got to get to this Barclay stuff. Yo, Trap, I'm going on vacation in Clearwater Beach next Saturday, UK. Yo, UK, look for Thurman. That's what's good. Hey, we got blood boxing in the house. What's good, blood boxing? Oh, it's the new South Africa now. Yeah, no, I was there when I was there after after it was South Africa, but now you got craziness. I've been watching what's going on there, man. Hey man, they're not playing, man. But I don't know, man. I was listening to this. I don't want to take this sideways, man, but I'll talk about it a little bit on the South Africa tip for a second. We got a lot of Ethiopian and Eritrea women here. Yeah, they got a lot in DC too. They got a lot in Washington, D.C. A lot of Ethiopians in D.C. and Eritrean. Yeah, I hope I pronounced that right. But yeah, that's basically like near Somalia and Ethiopia. Blood Boxing, yo, Fanon, hey bro, what you up to? G, chilling, just talking some boxing, man. Just talking some boxing. I was about to get sidetracked into that South Africa conversation because I was studying up on it, make sure I knew what was going on. Unrighting the wrongs, yeah, Revco. But here's but the thing, man. The funny thing with that is though, like, man, have fun on your vacation, hey man. Have a good vacation, Saint. Blood VT2. I'm not sure what that is. For 9, he's gonna find that weirdo Keith Thurman in Clearwater, Florida. Go find him, dog. Oh, the Calican said my great-great-grandfather was from Ethiopia. That's what's up. Can't wait until Wednesday. I'm on vacation for a week and I'll be on the beach. That's what's up, man. I don't know when I'm gonna take a vacation. God dog. I don't know when I'm gonna take a vacation. I think I might have. Oh no, I didn't unplug that. Fanon, this Colonel Dirk Urkel. Fanon, at this point, if Mikey can hang with top 5s in his weight class, that's where he should be. I don't think he could hang with the top 10 in the welterweights. Yeah, I mean, I can go with that, man. I just want to see him. I want to see unification, man. I'm big on that for you, man. Gregory White says other countries can learn from South Africa's example. Yeah, here's my thing on this, Gregory White, and I'm gonna give my 2 cents. Ethiopian descent. This is gonna give my 2 cents on that whole thing, man. They need to do what they got to do, and most of the conversations going around with it is, like I was listening to the parliament, the sessions of the parliament, South Africa parliament, and the debates between the EFF, the DA, the Democratic, the 4 parties. From what I can understand, there's the DA, there's the ANC, there's the EFF, and man, we still got this women conversation going on, dog. My daughter's in the house. I can't do with that too much. And the conversations they're having were, man, it's just a lot of fear mongering going on about what would happen if they nationalize the land. And I think there's going to be hardship there for sure if they do that, because because that's something where they're going to want to make sure that there's hardship there because of that. But you got to go through rough times to be able to get to times when you can be self-sufficient. And using the fact that some of these people are using the dependency, the dependency that the blacks in South Africa have on the farmers as a justification for not nationalizing the land, just means that, look, man, that's the reason why. That's the reason why it's there. They want to keep them dependent, keep them unable to provide for themselves, and keep them dependent upon on the Dutch, on the Afrikaans. So, at a certain point in time, man, if they ever want to make that right, they're going to have to go ahead and do that, man. And I've seen people use like a lot of excuses about the fact that, you're going to have certain Africans from Africa that are going to make a lot of money, that are going to become very rich, right? If that land gets nationalized. And my thought of that is, yeah, you're right. There's going to be a lot of them that are going to be rich, and then they're going to have to figure out what they do about that. And is being rich wrong? You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Just, provide that, they learn how to they create a system where, keep it codified, that, where they seek justice, where the people who are in the most need of help get the most constructive help, and then nobody's treated poorly. And I think it's fair enough to say that, that people are and people have been there. So, it is what it is, man. But it's no easy route about it, man. And yeah, I think it's across the continent. Yeah, and it's funny, man. It's like textbook, we need you to be dependent upon us type of conversations, man. But anyway, man, that's it, man. I'll be joining all y'all with the pina colada in my hands, some Otis Redding and a young. That's what's up, blood. Don't let him give you no heart attack, though, dog. Don't let him give you no heart attack, dog. What is up? What's up, man? It's chilling over here, Chris Walker. Let me back up here a little bit. I'm chilling, man. Having a good conversation about boxing. We've been on for a while. I hate that I can't see my my stream anymore, where I know how long I've been on. But because I had to switch off, sucks. But look, I'm about to roll. If I got some more questions for me, man, I'm gonna let it roll. But if not, I'm gonna I'm about to, I'm about to cut it. Hey, Ron Finkel, man, shout out to Super Chat, man. Much appreciated, my man. If anybody got any questions, man, let me know. It's almost 1 o'clock, so I'm about to cut out of here, man. It's been a good live stream. Thank you, man. They said for now, man, I got my. Oh no, I've not talked Bronner yet, man. Hey, I'm glad you got the meds, dog, for your blood pressure. Hey, man, no, I've not talked about Bronner, man. I mean, what is there to say, dude? I don't know if this dude's gonna win another fight in his career. And like I think this was attributed to 78 Sports TV. I think he's Mexican food now. That's what I think. And ain't too much he's gonna say or change about that. Unless, Kevin Cunningham really does something for him, man. You know what I mean? Unless Kevin Cunningham really, can get us to throw his hands more, really use the talent that he has, because he has a lot of talent. He's got a lot of ability, man. But, he's got to have to change the way that he fights. And I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to do that, man. You know what I mean? Oh, Sims, you listen to this in class, man. You need to be listening to class. Man, the A's in the details, homie. A's in the detail. But I appreciate it, man. Yasmin Benjamin, I love how people in South Africa love calling them African. I'm South African. No, you're not. You're European, South African. Blacks in America are still African Americans yet. Yeah, man. Hey, they're Afrikaners. And hey, man, people, hey, man, look, man, people can say what they want to say. But if that was a system that was in place where people were being treated fairly and it was all love and happiness, hey, man, that would be one thing, but it's not. And, people, and if we believe in democracy, if that's what it really is about, and 80% of the population want to nationalize the land, then that's how that works. That's democracy. You know what I mean? Can't say you want to be a democratic nation and not be democratic, because that's what it's supposed to be, right? So from my understanding right now, the parliament, they agreed to adjust the constitution, amend the constitution to allow for confiscation without compensation. And so that's now, if they ratified it, then that's it. I think the ANC is going to have to make sure. I think there is a lot of old blood from what I can see in the ANC that might not that might have vested interest in having the system the way that it is. So you're going to have to deal with the people that have vested interests. And then you have that EFF, a bunch of, man, I'm from wild boys in the EFF. But if the ANC ain't careful, the EFF is going to take their majority, man, because the EFF is a bunch of young dudes who don't necessarily have, they want to, seems to me that these cats are like 37 years old, right? So they were kids, 37, some of these guys in their 20s, that weren't around, during the apartheid era, but were very associated with, closely associated, or babies during it. And they don't have the same fear that the people in the ANC have of, the establishment parties. So they're going to be more willing because they want improvement. And they figure, hey, man, why do they have 90% of the land and we don't? And it's our land, So, hey, if it's really a democratic organization, if it's a really democratic country, then, hey, man, and those people say that's what they want, then that's what they should get as a matter of policy and as a matter of of it being a democracy. So the argument for it is valid regardless of, even if you go and say, well, say that the Dutch settlers had actually bought the land, which I've actually heard them say that they did. It's hard for me to believe, right? But hey, even if you take that as true, it really doesn't matter, because if you got 90%, 80% of the population that says, look, we want to nationalize the land. We want the government to own the land, and we want any farmer or anybody that's on it to lease the land from the government. And they decide they want to do it, and they're the majority. That's enough said right there. You can't be democratic and undemocratic at the same time. So, that's what it is. Same thing would be here. If the majority of the people in the United States, regardless of how they got to where they are right now, that's how I see it. Regardless of how you got to where you are right now, regardless of how you got to where you are right now, if 80% of the population wants it, hey, man, that's what it is. You know what I mean? The technology was initially developed with your tax dollars. Oh, without a doubt. For now, some people believe African Americans are Hebrews still studying. I mean, you know, my take on history is, you know, I don't know. I don't know about that. I haven't studied it deeply enough. I respect people's opinion who have justification to believe that. Personally, right now, I just want to have fairness. I want everybody to be treated fairly and with justice. And the system that's currently in place, that's not the case. So, you know, it needs to be changed. That's my take on it. You know what I mean? Oh, Brett Loma said many Afrikaans believe they were native Africans. Some believe they're going to believe what they want to believe. But hey, man, if 80% of the population says you got to bounce, dog, and you're Democratic, you got to bounce, dog. Got to get up. Got to jump up off that. You know what I mean? It's what it is, man. But anyway, man, I you know, we talk about a little bit of politics here, man. I'm not going to go too much on this. Oh, Yasmin Benjamin, I studies. I can teach you exactly Negroes or Hebrew. That's cool. That's fine, man. I mean, I don't doubt it at all. Eminent domain. Because matter of fact, I know there's a whole lot of Hebrews, Ethiopians, right? Dr. Ben, right? Isn't Dr. Ben? Dr. Ben was Hebrew. There's a lot of African Hebrew, absolutely. And I do know for sure that, you know, that the people who are Hebrew from Eastern Europe, right, are not the same people that were there. And I think they would say it. They migrated there. There's all kind of, I mean, I understand what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. Afrikaans can cry me a river. Yeah, pretty much. You know, it is what it is. Fanon, why all do you think Wilder can fight in? Who all do you think Wilder can fight in order for Joshua to need him, and not the other way around? Oh, for Joshua to beat him? I think the only way at this point he's going to need him is if Joshua loses. If Joshua loses to Joseph Parker, then he's going to need Deontay Wilder to rebuild his name. That's my take. Yeah, Ethiopian Hebrews. Yeah, yeah. There is no, I mean, I understand what you guys are saying with it, because I understand none of the Judeo-Christian religions are European. For now, be careful. We've had a good stream, but don't want to accidentally roll into the deletion zone. Now, I'm being none of this is, I'm not going to do that. Not at all. Of Trap House, every time I listen to you, I hear my cousin that's from Kansas City, Missouri. Do I sound like it? Oh my gosh, man. I got to go back to Shy. I got it. My wife is from Missouri. It's Kansas City, Missouri. So, and I'm in the area. So, hey, yeah, I wind up having that happen. Doggone. Giving myself away. Hey, Kansas City's that ish. Yeah. No, my thing's not going to get deleted on that. They might demonetize, but I'm not saying anything that's, you know, I haven't said anything that's hate speech or whatever. Just, you know what I mean? Haha, that's what I say anyway. For now, be careful. Okay, it's Greg Wyatt. Yeah, see, like that, if I said that, that's trouble right there. See, Underworld Raps, that's when you get in trouble. I was going to remove that comment. See, that right there, that's when you get in trouble. Aquabin, what's good, my man? He said, very true, Fanon. Yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. I think sometimes, man, when we talk about, like, you want to get something done, you can get it. The argument is one thing. What you want to accomplish is something else. So I can believe a lot of things, but I'm only going to make enough of an argument to get what I want. And getting bogged down in the other things, I mean, it just leaves too much room to have conversations go sideways. You know what I mean? So, you know, if I wanted to say, hey, you know, I believe in what the EFF wants to do, I would say, okay, it's a democratic country. That's what democracy means. You know, vote of the people. You got people in parliament who are representatives of the people. You know, you have a constitutional government. The people elected the people that voted and ratified the amendment to the Constitution. So now if they ratify the Constitution, that amendment's in place, that's the law of the land. And then now there's the law of the land, then you got to abide by the law of the land. That's it. And we don't have to go into anything beyond that. You know what I mean? Because anything other than that is bringing up a bunch of stuff that you don't need to get what you need. If you want what you want and you can get what you want, just say what enough. Just say what you need to do. You need to get what you want. You know what I mean? Fanon, thoughts on net neutrality? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that the internet was developed on public funds, and it should be, that it is now basically a utility because everybody needs it, right? I mean, it's like water, right? It's like water. The water system is the roads, right? It's a public utility. You know what I mean? It runs through public land. So I really do believe that, it should be kept as free and as low cost as possible, and it should be available for everybody to use. And there should be as it should be as little interference with that as possible. Is my take on it. You know what I mean? For now, the only thing that can help this is a reset. Nah, I mean, it could. Hey, Owen Jones says, speak the truth, my brother. Hey, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. But, it's interesting how things work, man. History is a very, very long time, my friends. It's a very, very long time, man. It's a very long time. Akabin, a thought you missed. There are no black or brown people in reality. It's a word game. Yeah, absolutely not. Everybody's brown. Every human being on the face of this earth is brown. There are some people who are very, very close to black, but none of them are literally black. And nobody's literally white. The color thing. Everybody's a shade of brown. No doubt about that. And that's funny to me. Sometimes I hear people talk about say like browns, like Indian. There's some people from India that call themselves brown, like the brown people. I'm like, dude, you are far blacker than me. I mean, they're black. They're black. I mean, it's close to black as you could get, dog. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. Like I said, man, it's a boxing channel. I'll delve into this stuff every once in a while, man. But live your life, man. That's why I believe you should check out Neely Fuller Jr. Telling you, man, just be constructive in what you do every day, what you think, what you speak, and what you do, and work towards a constructive goal. And hopefully that goal will be in line with bringing justice to people and eliminating the mistreatment of other people and bringing the most constructive help to people that are in need of that help, And then you can get, you can work it forward. He said, I got the book. Yeah, get the book, man. It's very helpful to straighten out. It takes a lot of confusion out of things for me. You know what I mean? A man, for course, a man is a man until he shows you different. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And you suspect people of things until you have reason. But I think it's reasonable to suspect it. You know what I mean? And not just blindly trust, not be credulous, and just fall for whatever it is that you think, man. Lacey Griffin, man, move on for now. God bless. It's all good, man. Blood Senior Terry Norris. Yeah, man, he does that deal thing, man. Is it a good idea for Maidana to come back and fight Thurman? Nah, I think he got that money, man. Nah, Marcus Maidana, just keep your money right, man. He got that super payday he never expected to get, man. So that's what's up. Does Fanon's pick look a lot like a heavier Daniel Jacobs to anybody else? That's Joe Louis, right? That's Joe Louis. That's the great Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber. Yeah. Blood Go Hard is real promotion for the best fighters on the planet. Yep. Yeah, that's Joe Louis. I would have had Ali, but I don't really want to, overdo it with my love for Ali. So is there anything else, any other pickers, man, or otherwise? I'm about to roll out. Got 153 likes in the channel. That's what's good, man. I'm just saying, look at him. Yeah, I can see what you're talking about, though. Yeah, no doubt about it. I see. Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance, man. Danny does resemble Joe Louis. I can definitely see what you're saying in this picture. In this picture. Wilder said he would have knocked out Joe Louis. He's supposed to say that, man. Wilder's supposed to say that. Cool. Well, all right, y'all. I'm about to roll. Man, I definitely appreciate you cats. I haven't seen Cali Enigma. I've not seen it yet, man. Oh, I thought you was gonna change. I think to Ali. Nah, I'm not gonna change it yet to Ali, man. I'm not gonna. I mean, you know, I gotta respect my man. Joe's the man, dog. Nod to the great. You know, I don't do a lot of Joe Louis videos, man. And you gotta. And so many people talk about Ali that when you get on the channel, you can look at you can check out Ali. You can stare in the eye of the great one, dog. Hey, Patrick says, Patrick, hey, man, thank you, Patrick Scott, for the super chat. Fanon just landed in Chicago from ATL. What's good? I hope it's not cold there. Chris Walker says, read The Color of Law. Yeah, man, I got to get back on my reading, man. I've been on my boxing for a while, man. I still got these like 5 volumes of the Game of Thrones I wanted to read because I enjoyed the series. Hey, man, Lacey Griffin said, much respect for now. God bless to the UK. Hey, man, appreciate it. Hey, thanks, Lacey, for reminding me to move on, too. I appreciate that, man. I don't want to get too much into, non-boxing talk. Maybe I'll do a non-boxing live stream one day and just let that roll. But I don't want to bite. See, that's the thing. I don't want to bite on 78. I don't believe in, like, copying cats that have real good things. And I do love how 78 does his Q&As and stuff, so I'm not gonna do that because that's my man's thing, man. He be breaking it down. But so it is what it is. Jack Johnson is a good pick if you want to change. Yeah. But I'm gonna let it roll for a while, man. I'm gonna let it roll. Oh, Bloodbox said Game of Thrones is the bomb, man. It's crazy, man. It's a good show. Man, that's a great show, man. And there's some great channels. There's some great YouTube channels on that stuff too. The Gray Area is one that I watch a lot. Is this chick out of Baltimore? Thought she's a black chick. Then I saw her and I was like, wow, how are you not black? Sounding like that. But she does some good work. Hello, y'all. It was good, Ty Legacy, man. You checked it just as I'm running out of here, man. Chris Walker said, go for 9. Yeah, I know. I got to get out. All right, y'all, man. Much appreciated to the super chats, man. Thank you, everybody that showed up, man. If you guys have not subscribed to my man, Trap House Boxing, we did a subscriber drive trying to get a net 15 gain for my man Trap House Boxing in his channel. Check him out, man. His channel's real. Fanon, hello. Been busy a couple days. We can collab soon, though, my bro. Yeah, for sure, man. I noticed that you've been out of here, man. I'm trying to play Sugar Ray Leonard in the Joe Louis biopic. What's up? All right, y'all. Oh, King Damien. I got to say this. King Damien, check out Game of Thrones. Make it through the first season, though. Make it through the first season. And that'll be what's up. I see you, Trap House. All right, y'all. With that, your man. I'm not your man. Hell no, I'm my wife's man. I can't believe I said this shit. Hey, man, it's your boy Fanon, and I'm out. Peace.